The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey, let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You ping!
Stutter! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Overreaction Monday, July 28th, 2025. This program begins now. Football is happening all around us. If you're like us, obviously your timelines were filled with highlights and narratives and stories in football from one side of this country to the other. All 32 teams are making magic at their respective training camps, and we'll talk about it all. We'll have highlights, our top five from going camping, and also some narratives, some storylines, and some developing stories that are up. What's going on up in Chicago?
Whoa, not good.
Whoa. What do you mean?
Well, I thought Ben Johnson's offense with Caleb Williams was going to be an automatic kickstart to Caleb Williams' perennial All-Pro career. The perennial All-Star, the perennial superstar, the consummate megastar, Caleb Williams, with Ben Johnson at the helm, was going to really be ignited into the who he could possibly become as a professional quarterback. He sucks right now. They're saying he sucks right now. Ben Johnson's come out and said he's learning a brand new offense, his third offense in 2 years. Can we please relax for a couple of seconds and then let him develop and let him figure out what the structure is, where he needs to go, and then we'll get to the off-script plays. Can we do that? And everybody's like, sure, but we're watching him. He sucks. Yeah. And your social media teams put a bunch of badging stuff up. Yeah. And his dad, we know, arm wrestler, but he's also a hilarious dog from the thing. Tell your social team to stop burying Caleb because all we're seeing is the backup get the offense. And Caleb doesn't. Caleb's dead.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson goes, we're 3 days in training camp. Can we all relax? Well, I seen the stats from the training camp, and it's saying, then J.J. Watt's coming out and going, hey, people are starting to be a little bit too serious with this whole thing. We thought we were joking with the stats. What we're saying is everything that we're seeing out of training camp right now, although it is either very spectacular on one side and absolute ass on the other, or reverse those two things, everybody's trying to get better right now. Everybody's working on things. Everybody's learning things. I don't think we need to press the panic button right now, but if you see something good from your team, you should definitely think you're going to win the Super Bowl because that is what these weeks are all about. Yeah. Now, on that note, will a team from Pittsburgh win the Super Bowl this year? They're going all in. Money's all over the place. We'll get a chance to have boots on the ground. Wednesday, we'll be live from St. Vincent College in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. Come up and see us. Come up and hang with us. We cannot wait to see the fine Yinzer people up there. Obviously, St. Vincent College has been the host of the Pittsburgh Steelers training camp for like 3-4 decades at this point. Is a mecca, pretty much, of Steelers fans. And to make the pilgrimage up there is basically what every Yinzer kid has ever done from Western Pennsylvania. Go watch the boys build for an incredibly tough season. All the greats have been through St. Vincent, and this year, obviously, it has Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, Jaylen Ramsey, Darius Slay, and a litany of studs. A roster littered with talent going all in. We will be able to catch up with all of them. And also a special teams coordinator who is one of the most hilarious humans of all time. Then on Thursday, we back that up. We'll be at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Here we go.
Yeah.
Just remember, on Thursday night, we got NFL teams playing football at a high school stadium. We'll be live from the Pro Football Hall of Fame. We'll be right in front of the entire thing, right on the corner. Should be a great time. I think we're going to have some big guests, I think. They got a lot of scheduling going on. Obviously, the Hall of Fame festivities are what they are. We are very thankful to be a part of it. And you can come hang with us at both these shows. Hopefully, you'll come see us. I think there's a pretty big parking lot from the Pro Football Hall of Fame that we'll be right in front of. And the guests should be big. I think we've got some big guests.
I hope so.
Also got a guest coming from outside of sports world, but Ohio legend.
That's really?
Ooh. That's how I'll leave it at. It's not just me here on this glorious Overreaction Monday. Obviously, the Talks for Tables here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. Comment man. A lot of good stuff coming out of Patriots camp. We'll dive into it. And Ty Schmidt, that Range Goats hat, Bubba Watson had the weekend of his life other than whenever he won the Masters, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it is football season, and that's kind of where everyone's mind's going. I get it. But, when you see your favorite golf team go out there and just absolutely tear up the course in England, Bubba, driver off the deck. I mean, everyone wants to do this. Very few can actually do it, especially when, look at the way Bubba's going to open up here. And, oh, baby.
So this on the 13th hole. I think they said he's like 236 out or something like that. He carries it, no problem with speaking to it, saying, cut, slice. It did. He ends up making that putt for Eagle, but that wasn't the only time he went driver off deck on Sunday.
No, it wasn't. When you can do it once, why not just do it again? When you're feeling it, you're going to do it, and that's what Bubba did once again. So he had that was either 10 or 13. He did.
That was 13. Here's
13.
10 now.
Here's 10. So this is the first one. Bubba's feeling a little frisky, and he had to go for it because Joaquin Neiman was up big. I mean, look at the undulation of that leading up to the green, and then boom, he's going to catch the slope.
Wow.
And oh no, that it's tracking. It's tracking. Is that going to go in? Is Bubba going driver off the deck right into the cup? No, it's going to nestle up there about 4 feet away from the cup, and he's gonna finish that off as well for an eagle. So yeah, Bubba, no big deal. I believe he played 6 under through 8 holes to kind of get him back in contention. He finishes in second place. I don't know, is Bubba back or the Range Goats back? A lot of people are saying they are.
It feels like golf might be back with us paying attention to live golf.
Yeah.
Which is certainly awesome for the sport of golf. But watching Bubba do his thing is cool, especially with his entire story and everything he's been through. And now his, newfound ownership of a golf team over there in live. We're proud of him. We're pumped for him. Anytime you go driver off the deck twice. Now, it was on 10 and 13. And since they do that dumbass shotgun start, you don't know when was what.
No idea.
We have no clue.
He may have started on 6. He may have started on 9.
He might have started on 11.
He could have.
So then 10 is actually 18.
You're right.
And then 13 would be 2. Nonetheless, we love that they play it like it's a fucking weekend scramble, raising some money for the local fire hall. We do appreciate
Without
that.
a doubt.
But it is hard to follow. It is hard to keep up with. But we are appreciative of Bubba Watson being all the way back. I'm happy you're showing him some love. Let's go to one half of the hammer. Dahn. Cowboys AP tone. Hey, a lot of football this weekend.
So much football.
A lot of football this weekend. Felt good to kind of see it back in our lives.
Yeah, Connor does the countdown to the actual first game of the season. How many days are we?
38 days.
That is very, very close.
Very close.
I do the countdown to training camp because I live off of these training camp videos and stuff like that because it's so much different than 2 weeks ago where we were watching. The internet was dead. Okay, we had some golf and stuff like that, but when football is back, even if it's training camp videos, people can feast off of these and feed their passion and just their optimism for the season, and that's what I love.
I love the optimism. Some people kind of getting a little too panic button-y early.
No,
So it's
really?
really be doing that. I think people are looking for that in their day-to-day. And just kind of off topic here, has your algorithm started showing up big-time fights and deaths and stuff again?
Yeah, once again.
A lot of fights.
Some people just getting knocked
A lot of
out.
fights.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, saw that. Holy.
We need to watch ourselves.
Yeah, I'm
we need to watch. Is what people are saying.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I saw Arkansas.
Yep, that one too.
Yep.
Saw, no
Yeah,
doubt.
the wars are dying down a little bit on the algorithm, so it's more just fighting.
Yeah, don't know if they actually are. We're not saying anything. We're just telling you what algorithms are kind of. Hey, this is what you need to see. I saw somebody. I saw another dead body. I don't like that.
No, yeah.
Had to mute, and I don't know if I can talk to the algorithm, so I just start speaking into my phone. Like, yo, no death. They can't have it. Also, football's back. Just feed football. I need to stop seeing people get their asses knocked out. And they're like, well, you need to see this one. Everybody's talking.
One more before you go.
You need to see this one. Everybody's talking about it. It's like, but it seems like the algorithm every once in a while will just have it where it's like, you know what? Chaos. Yep. Yeah. You need to see it. Look what's happening. This is the real world. Bang, bang. See a train? Yep. Somebody got hit by it. You see it right in front. You need to see it. It's an interesting. But football was everything. Scroll football. Yes. Scroll football. Yes. Scroll football. Oh, Shamar Stewart signed his deal.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Okay. Happy for Shamar Stewart. Scroll, guy dies.
Sure.
What's going on?
And then if my eyes accidentally look at it for 4 to 5 seconds, the algorithm goes, got him.
He loves it. He loves it.
Boom. Now all of a sudden, it's one football highlight, dead body.
Yeah.
Then it was like football narrative, McVay talking about Matthew Stafford. What the hell's going on there?
Yeah.
I don't like. I don't.
good.
Coming into training camp, you know, I don't like that.
Me neither.
It's time to raise some hell in L.A., boys.
What do you mean?
It's Stetson's time, okay? It might be.
Jimmy G slinging it all over the place.
Yeah. Jimmy's just kind of a placeholder there for Stetson. You know, you don't want to have a quarterback controversy, so you bring in old Jimmy G. Hey, Stetson, you are the guy. You are the prince who's promised, but we can't have you sitting behind Staff. Staff's not going to like that. He knows you're a Georgia boy who raises hell.
I think Staff and Stetson get along just fine. Handsome Jimmy G's back in the place he's supposed to be, which is Los Angeles. But I was staring at that video longer than I watched it.
Sure.
Just so the algorithm would see me looking at that.
Sense, yeah.
And then lo and behold, one-time scroll, boom, dead. It's just like, oh my God. It's hard to battle right now with the algorithm, but anytime football is showing up at the level in which it's showing up, it's a great thing. Now, there's going to be some tough days at East camps, where there's going to be absolute shite to talk about. But right now, a lot of guys trying to prove themselves in new places. Let's go to 9-year NFL vet Darius J. Butler here.
Yes, sir.
A lot of new guys in new places, a lot of new faces in new spaces, making plays all over the place. But there is a chance that a lot of these guys don't work. What the hell happened with Wilkins in Las Vegas and the Raiders?
I saw the report. I'm sure we all have. It was Nick. I'm not sure of his name.
Nick
not
Walters?
Sure if he's a real. I don't know his background, but everybody saw this report. Very weird. Very, very weird. It makes you start, your mind starts to wonder, obviously, with the player. You look at the history, you look at other things, and then you come up to your own conclusions. I'm sure there'll be some other things that come out. Well, this was a huge, huge signing for them last year. Obviously, if you're a Dolphin fan, you wanted Wilkins to stay in the building. We lost him, and then for something like this to come out, and then they tried to void a bunch of his money. I'll be interested to see how this plays out. And he has a serious injury, too. I believe a Jones fracture in his foot. So hopefully he can get that figured out and then land on his feet somewhere at a good organization.
So many things happening. So many things happening, including a man who's a college football national champion, a Super Bowl champion, a Ryder Cup winner. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hawk is here. We are letting our hair grow a little bit. I like that.
Yeah, I got a little awkward, weird face for a long time, growing the sides out. But yeah, what's up? Christian Wilkins, I think I put in the group text. What happened? What's going on?
Yeah, so the only way it was described by local ABC Las Vegas sports reporter, Nick Walters, he said everybody's being real tight with it. It was weird. It's a very weird incident. We'll ask Adam Schefter here in about 4 minutes when he joins us about what this could possibly be about. But these are the things that start rolling out during camp. And AJ, are you growing your hair out?
No, I don't know what I'm doing, to tell you the truth. Just not cutting it. And there's a weird. I'm gonna cut it in some other style. I can't. I'm sick of having it long up top like I do.
It's training camp.
Wow.
Well, figuring it out.
You just try shit.
Yeah, just let it go.
Yeah, AJ, I actually just told Bruce before the show that what he does to his hair is criminal. Okay, he has great hair. He wears a hat every day.
Hair.
He has maybe the best hair, and he always wears a hat. And the hats are just like, hey, if you're bald, you do what you're doing right now. Your hair's so good. So we're talking about that. You also had great.
Flowing locks.
No, never. I never had I had long hair, long ratty garbage hair. Never had long flowing thick locks. It was never that.
Yeah, but it was your look. Though.
Game day.
It was your look. Product? It was your thing. Are we going back to that?
No, I don't think so. But it would be weird to wear a hat here on this. If it's just the one shot, could I wear a hat? Would you even be able to see my head?
I'll wear a hat on here every once in a while. You would have to wear
there. I'm saying when it's just me though, when I'm here in this set in the attic.
The issue is where your lights are. Because, if you wear a hat and the lights are from top, it's not great. That's why backwards hat normally television for the lighting thing. AJ, I think if you just wore a hat for the next 8 months and grew back that ratty white trash shit.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh, my God.
I never know. Maybe it might happen. I don't know.
Yeah, AJ, it is a little ratty, white, trashy, but I think it is awesome. It would be great to have that back. Great to have that back.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
What are you talking about?
It was a phase. I'm glad I did it. And had a phase of long hair. Like when you look back at your parents from the 70s and they all had long hair. I'm like, okay, I did that. I had the phase.
Look at that beard, dude.
Yeah, the beard is clean.
Strong.
Yeah,
good permit.
That's actually a 5 o'clock shadow 2 months from now.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's exactly
doesn't grow any facial hair. Whatever you do with your hair, you need to know that we support you.
Thank you.
Always.
I appreciate that.
It's a tough decision for you, this midlife crisis thing. And if you go through anything that you need our assistance of, just know that we are supporting. Okay, we are supportive of what you're doing. AJ, you want to go camping or not?
Yeah, let's go camping. That does sound pretty good.
Hey, let's go camping, shall we?
Yeah.
These are our top 5 plays from training camp that we saw this weekend. Now, there's a lot of plays that happened. We might have missed some. This is just what our algo was sneaking into our lives in between fighting and death videos.
Sure.
These are the videos that we see. You getting the same thing, AJ?
Yep, exact same algorithm.
Feels like we're all going through it, right? It's like
I get scared that their head is going to hit the curb or hit really hard on the concrete and they're all dead.
Yeah, well, don't worry because the Savannah Bananas took care of that and they actually didn't die. You're good.
that was a work, brother.
I don't think so. I live in a world where that wasn't a work and that guy front flipped onto his forehead.
That was a work, brother. On that note, rest in peace to the Hulkster.
Yeah.
Okay. We're one of his final interviews, I think. He traveled all the way in here to chit-chat with us, was very kind to us. Obviously, he has lived the life that he has lived, incredibly important to a lot of different forms of entertainment, certainly the wrestling business as a whole. Was he a perfect human being? Absolutely not. Okay, I think that is something that will be said about everybody that passed away, but he certainly in the spotlight did some things that weren't necessarily the best at the time. But with that being said, you can never chit-chat about entertainment and sports in the United States of America without mentioning the Hulkster, brother. That's just the way it is. Rest in peace, Terry. Rest in peace, Hulk. And thank you for your years of service for our entertainment, brother. Now, on that note, that guy hit a backflip in the middle of the game just an hour or two after he did that video and caught the thing. It's actually called the rack flip because his name is something Anthony Stumpin.
Yeah, Robert Anthony Cortez or something like that.
So this was on an interview to promote Savannah Bananas. I think you've seen this.
And I'll be watching now.
That's real.
That got me.
I don't know. That could possibly be at work.
Split
I think
his chin open.
Yeah, show his
Look at
face.
his hand. Why are his hands so high in the air?
Yeah, and why does he just forget how to do a backflip in the middle of a backflip? I don't know. That's tough for me to understand. And this was just, 8-9 hours later, the game that he was marketing. Oh, what's that? Fly ball out to left. Backflip. Rack flip. The dude from CNN who busted his face open. They actually give a full speech about him coming back. Way to respond here. They give him a full,
the same day.
Yeah, that was the game. That was the game I think he was promoting for, so that whole thing kind of happens. Now, the timing that you have to have him, maybe it is the mitt that weighs him perfectly balanced.
Yeah. Sure.
And maybe it is the thought of just making a play for the Bananas, for the team, that when he was with CNN, what's on the line here? Nothing. If I drop this ball, I'm going to let down the rest of the fucking Bananas.
Yeah.
I need to make this catch. Lands the thing, sticks it, throws it out there. Or that was a work. That was a work.
I think it's real. I think everything you mentioned, you're out there, your adrenaline's flowing, you got 70,000 screaming memes in the fans, so yeah, you're going to be out there sleeveless.
Oh, the memes?
Babies.
What? Excuse me?
People.
Yeah.
Men, women.
No.
Memes?
Yeah.
Never heard that before.
What are
I'm
memes?
sorry.
Am I too old for that?
No, it's one of my old coaches used to say that in college. Just came back. Sorry, 70,000 people in the stands, so adrenaline's flowing.
I
So
thought the
definitely
Bananas fan base was
The
potentially
Mimi,
called
too.
the Mimi.
No.
Because who's a fan? Me. I thought that's who.
Might be. Hey, might be now.
I thought you knew the Savannah Bananas better than all of us. Whenever you just dropped a name in there casually, that would be something you would do.
No.
Call Curious George. Let's just figure it out right now. Get it over with.
Who?
No, you're thinking of the man in the yellow hat, Curious George's
Curious
father, who runs the whole thing.
Oh, Stilts.
Yeah. No. The Jesse, the guy who runs the deal, the guy
Genius.
that talks.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Anyways, you think it's a work or no?
I think the flip now. I didn't at first. Now I think the flip was a planned situation.
No show, no bait.
1,000% a
Great
work.
job.
See, can
Great
you
job
find his
by him,
face?
though.
Please find
Great
his
job.
face. We sent the video into the group. There's a.
His hands are all weird. Why do his hands go flying out in front of him? And when he's in the
Because he didn't have his ball mitt on.
Duh. Doesn't see the ball in the air. Like, that's what he's used to doing.
Was gone.
Well, why didn't one of the people in the studio throw him a ball? He could have done it then.
I don't know, because they decided not to.
Here's a video he posted afterwards.
Hey guys, for the record, you have my full permission to laugh. I can't not laugh every time I watch it too.
He's a little drugged up.
Sound. Anyways, okay, love you. I'm gonna get some rest.
I love you too. So he busted his mom.
Bananas.
So that's commitment to the bit, but that's what the Bananas would do.
No, he busted his shit.
All right, let's go camping. Okay, let's go camping, shall we? With our top. Hey, Rack, we hope you're okay. Way to bounce back and hit that rack flip.
That's right.
All right, our top 5 plays that our algorithm showed us from the weekend of training camp. Let's go camping. Let's go to Music City. Let's go to Nashville, Tennessee. Let's go to the number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward. Remember, the general manager said, hey, you don't pass on a generational talent. Cam Ward, drafted to the Tennessee Titans. Roll left, crossbody, throwback, perfect dot to Calvin Ridley. This is what Calvin Ridley had to say after practice about Cam Ward joining the Tennessee Titans.
Man, when we picked him, man, it feels different around here. You know, it feels in the building, it feels like just really because of him. That first pick, when we got him and it was him, man, it just feels crazy, honestly. It feels good that we got a good quarterback. He's confident, and we got to keep him confident and protect him because he's special.
He talks a lot of shit. On one of his streams, he actually said Calvin Ridley's one of the top 5 wide receivers in the league whenever he was asked about it. It almost gave away that he was going to go to the Tennessee Titans. But now that we watch him and learn more about him, he was the obvious number 1 pick here. And Tennessee might be for real with this guy. You find your quarterback, you can find a team and a culture, AJ.
Well, think of all the hope we have, or the Tennessee people have, just from seeing Cam Ward in camp for a week. And, I understand, the big throws that he makes, that is impressive. But I'm honestly more impressed by how he carries himself and the stories from his coach talking about how confident he is, how well his recall is on the play calling as he's talking trash to the defenders, and he's getting the play call in his ear, and he's able to get it out perfectly. Honestly, that is almost more impressive to me than his arm strength.
Head coach Callahan said, it's the first time I've ever experienced it. I'm actually listening to him talk shit to somebody while giving him the play call.
Yep.
And then I ask him if I need to repeat it, and he says, no, you're good, man. I'm good. We keep it moving. And the way Calvin Ridley's talking feels like the same way the University of Miami started talking whenever he showed up there. He is a magnetic force, it feels like, D-B.
Yeah, you get a quarterback, you got a chance. And I remember all the videos with him and Shador kind of training during their off seasons, even going into their last college years and all the shit that he's talked, the confidence that he has, how the bravado he carries himself with, and then he backs it up with the play. A guy like Calvin Ridley, when you are a wide receiver, we're all dependent on other guys around us, but wide receiver is the most dependent position, I believe, out there. And then Callahan, he has the O-line pedigree. So you got an O-line that can protect that guy. You got a chance to build in a division that you can compete with.
Whoa. I don't know about that, brother. Let's go to Seattle. Talk about a young quarterback that had no conversation about him coming into the NFL. Jaylen Milro. You remember Gravedigger against Auburn. You remember the highlights. What about a throw to Jackson Smith and Jigba down the sideline? Is it in or out? You make the call. Well, we can't fucking see it a lot. But I will say, powered by Boeing, scares me a little bit, but also makes me excited that Boeing is sponsoring things as it moves forward. Jaylen Milro, though, nobody was talking about him as an NFL quarterback. Nice to see a highlight coming out of camp.
Coach Belichick was pretty high on him, and obviously we know how Nick Saban felt about him at Bama. But you get a guy, and I love Njigba. He's an absolute weapon. It'll be is he going to have a chance? Darnold's going to be there. He's going to be the guy. But Jaylen Milro, he is a weapon. I expect him to see the field at some point. But the package quarterback, because he is one of the best athletes whenever he touched the field. And look, I'm in the air a lot. I love Bowen. Keep bringing it, Bowen.
Yeah, keep bringing it.
Please.
Well, kind of forced to, I think, because they're everywhere. But Bowen, come on.
Yes.
We need you. We need you. Let's go to Oxnard, California. There's a lot happening over there. And we'll talk about Jerry talking, Micah talking, and the business and Shawty's first training camp. But let's go to a great moment on defensive side. Man who was brought in from the Buffalo Bills, Kaiir Elam. Track, pick, celebrate with your team and maybe the fans. Hey, there's a little baby boy here. I'm going to go ahead and scoop him. You got the ball. Hold him up like Simba. The place goes bananas. Love the good vibes coming out of training camp because all we've heard from Dallas is negativity, AJ Hawk.
Yeah, whenever you see that yellow tubing on that fence over there, when you're talking about Oxnard, what are we usually seeing? We're usually seeing a huge full team brawl between the Cowboys offense and defense, whoever it may be, and there's usually fans that are almost getting some friendly fire. So this is a great little turnaround, I guess, real positive influence, a little positive thing to happen.
You talk about the fans getting friendly fire. I think Dak Prescott got some friendly fire too last year at this side of the field whenever things were happening at that point. Sure. This is a beautiful scene. He's brand new to the Cowboys as well.
Yes, he is. Had a rough outing, rough ending, I would say, in his tenure in Buffalo. But sometimes you need a fresh start. A fresh start. It's a lot of talent on that Dallas defensive side of the ball, especially once they get Parsons in the building. So you heard he was a high first-round pick, so he has the talent. Hopefully this is a system that he can get out there and make plays. But I love making plays like that. And that moment for that kid, for that family, that you'll be able to remember that forever.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Everybody rallying around it, too. Looks like the boys' vibes are high, even though there's drama everywhere else. Bubba was in old England. going driver off the deck.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go to New England with Drake with a big deck. He has a big deck, big yard.
Yep, you bet.
Big ball here to Pop Douglas. Boston Connor got all excited watching this. How come, Pop?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's PMS Overreaction Monday. There's a reason that New England Patriots fans and fans of other teams that haven't been so good are so excited right now. Pats are winning the Super Bowl, and Drake Maye is going to win MVP. So, yeah, there's a reason stuff like this gets you juiced up. Love to see it. All good things. To your point, those fake stats, they're real for teams of bad teams or fans of bad teams. And Drake Maye's been 20-21 all camp. So incredible to see. And look at all those fans. The support is very strong for Mike Vrabel and the boys who are in full pass.
I saw a lot of fans at a lot of training camp. Feels like the buzz for the NFL this year is very, very high. We're thankful to get out to St. Vincent on Wednesday, then to the Hall of Fame game on Thursday. We'll get a chance to feel it. But all the camps had a lot of people. I did see Kellen Moore down there in New Orleans. He spoke to about 30 people.
Sure.
He mentioned 3 times in there how hot it was.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine. Indiana was like 100 degrees this weekend. New Orleans with this heat wave that we're having, that had to be insufferable down there. So shout out to their fans showing up as well in Kellen's first training camp. And now let's come right here to Indianapolis, Indiana. You know, you talk about teams that aren't worried about stats during training camp. We are a team that is worried about stats in training camp.
No doubt.
Because there's a quarterback competition. And I'll tell you what, everybody that's been up there says it's not really competition anymore.
Whoa.
Everybody seemingly is a bunch of
believe ours.
AR to Alec Pierce on the run. High street to Alec Pierce. Now, Alec looks absolutely yoked. He's on a contract here. Obviously, he was putting in the work all offseason. His upside is also so immense. Just like AR's upside is so immense. These two, if they're able to connect this year, can become an absolute weapon on the offensive side. But all eyes are on number 5 right there. Is he going to be a guy whose career is going to go one way or the other? This is the chance. Carly Ursay, Kalen Ursay, and Casey Ursay, all the ownership of the Indianapolis Colts, have come out and said, hey, he's still got time to turn this entire thing around. Chris Ballard, general manager, hey, he's still got time to turn this entire thing around. He knows that he still has time to turn this whole thing around. Different traits before practices. He's doing walkthrough reps in his mind, getting after it. He looks like he's in incredible shape. Will that hurt him when it comes to taking hits during the season? We shall see. But it feels like a lot of question marks that we've had about Anthony Richardson as a quarterback and as a professional have seemingly come back the other way this training camp early. But it does feel good to be maybe a believer.
I love believer. In competition, look, it brings out the best in you. Have a true.
What, AJ?
What are you laughing at?
Are
you not a believer?
You haven't seen
Please
that?
tell me the origin of this whole believer situation.
Someone's not a believer.
And I'll tell you what.
I could be. I just don't know where it
Are
came
you a
from.
non-believer?
We're
Sounds
looking
like-
near and far for believers. Near and far for believers.
First star.
It's not that hard to be a believer. Near and far, we need a believer. That's all we need, dude.
Yeah, strap
Yep,
in.
cleared it up. Thank you, guys. I'm a believer now. You cleared it up.
Boom. We got him.
He looks good. What I'm
buying
saying,
it, yes.
he
He does
looks
look good.
good.
He does.
I am
does.
a believer.
He's got some big steps to take. Availability is number one. You got to be available for your team when you're a quarterback. We saw Tua talking about that, and everybody knows that. Fan, coach, whoever you are, you want your starting quarterback out there. If he wins this job, Colts fans, you want him to be the guy. And it was some conversation, I believe, last week about is this a make or break year? Maybe not for AR for his complete career, but as far as his career here in Indianapolis, I think this is a make or break year for 5. Ton of weapons out there. Alec Pierce obviously being one of them. You got Pittman, you got Downs, you got AD, you got JT in the backfield, and then big Tyler Warren, the big tight end we got out of Penn State. So you have the weapons. You have Shane Steichen, who we know can call a good offense. You have all the pieces in place to be a really, really good offense, and we know the pieces that we made on the other side of the ball as well. So I'm excited. I'm definitely a believer.
Pine tree, oak tree. How about the ogle tree, brother? Did you see this catch? We're talking about all the weapons on the offensive side. Hey,
Damn.
boom! Give me that.
He's moving quick.
Yeah, I love that. Love everything about what's coming out of the Colts training camp. Happy we went camping. Joining us now is a man who knows all about every campsite.
That's right.
Okay, this guy can rub sticks together and make fire. Ladies and gentlemen, senior NFL insider at ESPN, Adam Schefter. Schefty, sorry we made you wait there. We had to go camping. I assume you got a lot of work done there. Let's talk about some questions. First of all, how are you? Everything good?
Jacked.
Great.
Jacked.
And No complaints here, Pat. We're happy.
Okay. We are very happy. Football's back. It feels amazing. Let's talk about some outstanding issues around the NFL. We'll start in Dallas. Obviously, Micah, Jerry, whole situation has become very loud in public. Now, Kaiir Elam makes a big play, grabs a baby. They all have a good time. So I think the team and football aspect not being bothered in Shotty's first year as the head coach. But when it comes to Jerry and Micah and how all that shit has gone, do we think that has any effect on how long it takes for this deal to get done, or do we think that is all just literal noise as we move through training camp?
Well, it's been bogged down. It hasn't gained a lot of traction, and it feels like both sides are digging into their respective stances, and there hasn't been a lot of movement in recent weeks or months. The Cowboys haven't talked offers and deals since probably late in March, early April, around the owners' meetings, when Jerry seemed to imply that he thought a deal was close to getting done, and then it didn't get done. And then obviously Micah said, we're not doing a deal without my agent, David Mulgeta. And then they and the Cowboys have not had a lot of conversations since then. And I don't think Dallas has made since that time any pressing effort to get a deal done. So obviously there's a lot there that's just sort of sitting there, and there hasn't been a lot of positive momentum to get a deal done. But everybody thinks at some point, of course, it'll get done, and Michael will be the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history, but again, slow going so far.
Everybody thought T.J. Watt's deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers would get done. I wondered whenever he held out of the mandatory minicamp, that deal inevitably gets done. Everybody thinks Micah and the Dallas Cowboys is going to get done. We assume that'll get done as well. He's in his 5th year, though, of his rookie contract. It's an abnormal situation for a superstar player, whether it's with the Dallas Cowboys or not. I think Micah handling it the way he's been handling, actually, bravo, bud. I think he's handled it very, very well. Could have been much louder and more negative about it all. Said he wants to be there for his team. Hopefully it works out in Shotty's first year as a head coach. Let's travel north a little bit. Same type of situation. Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, Schefter, any updates? Like, what's the latest? Trey Hendrickson in Cincinnati. Have they gained any ground? Is there any chance that he's going to be in the building anytime sooner rather than later?
AJ, here's where they're at, essentially. I mean, the deal is in place, but there is a disagreement over the guaranteed money in the deal. And it's a big disagreement so far. Now, maybe the two sides can figure out a way to bridge their differences, but the Bengals typically have not guaranteed full deals. They did it for Joe Burrow. They did it essentially for Jamar Chase. They're not willing to do it for Trey Hendrickson. And so it's up to the two sides to figure out what is the proper guarantee. They could agree on the years. They could agree on the average. None of those are issues right now. The whole issue, the whole hang-up, and the reason that Trey Hendrickson still is in Florida today is over guaranteed money.
How far apart, Schefty? You have any idea how far apart they might be on this?
Yeah, I would say, I mean, it depends who you're asking, but I would say anywhere between $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 million.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Depends. I don't know. Like, what would Trey be willing to do? Let's put it this way. Multiple millions apart in guaranteed money. How about that?
Is it 1 year deal they're still offering? Because they're offering like a bump on this year, right? And he wants a 3-4 year deal or whatever it is. All they've been willing to do is just for this year, where they give you more guaranteed money. Is that what you're talking about and alluding to here in the millions off? Because over a 3 or 4 year period, if they're only $4 million off, that's actually only, or $6 million off, that's only a little bit over $1 million each year that they're off. This is for a 1 year, multiple millions of dollars off.
I think the Bengals are off 1 year of guarantee. I think they're talking about some guarantees in the second year, but they're not talking about enough guaranteed money in the second year.
So it's just a 1 year bump up then. It's not. If they want them to sign a 2 year deal, be locked in, then we're in the same situation next offseason with the same shit?
No, if and when a deal gets done, I would expect it to be a 3 year contract. If and when it gets done.
With 2 years of guarantees, then, assumingly, if you just look at the math there. 3 year with a 2 year guarantee. Probably TJ just did that, I think, right?
TJ and Miles both got 3 guaranteed, basically.
Yeah, but it was
with
like 2.5.
4 year contracts.
Got it. So if you drop that down to 3, you would assume it would be a 2 year guarantee.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Is that what Trey wants, Schefty?
I think that if the Bengals don't guarantee close to 2 years worth of money, I think the deal is going to be very slow to get done. And Trey is a very prideful guy. You've spoken to him. You know him. he's not coming in unless he feels like he's comfortable with the guaranteed money.
He's already taken a stand this long, So it's like if he was to not get something that is great, I think a lot of people would look at him sideways, including himself in the mirror, about why I take this big stand if this is all we're going to get anyways. I hope it gets done just strictly because we like Trey, and also because Trey has felt forced to do this. This is very much out of Trey's character.
Doesn't want to.
This is not what he wants to do. It's like, this is what I have to do, seemingly. And it doesn't have to be this way, but maybe it does. Maybe this is just business. And maybe as we move forward, once football starts, this is all behind us, and who cares? Because we're in the moment, we talk about it more.
Yeah, but you heard Terry McLaurin last week, I believe it was, or 2 weeks ago, talk about how frustrated and disappointed he was. The two holdouts right now are Terry McLaurin and Trey Hendrickson. And for two guys who have meant so much to their organizations to not be there, that tells you how frustrated and disappointed both are. Now, Terry McLaurin's come back, and he's changed his stance from a holdout to a hold-in, but it's a similar concept here. He's there, but he's not there. He's not practicing. He's not stepping foot on the field until he has a deal that I believe he's comfortable with right now. He says he's got an ankle injury. Now, again, we'll see, but if there was an agreement on a deal, I'll bet his ankle would feel a lot better.
Well,
I'll bet his ankle.
Money is a good healer of things. I mean, we have certainly seen that in the past. With that being said, about the holdout to the hold-in, that's just so he can't be fined, $100,000 a day or whatever it is, because that's what a holdout. How much?
$50,000 a day. Basically, when he's holding out his $50,000 a day fine. He's on his own. He's in charge of his training. When he comes in, the $50,000 a day fines stop, and he's around his teammates, and he's around their trainers, and so there's a big difference. Guys don't like to be away from their guys during training camp. It's an isolating, lonely, solitary feeling. Like in a perfect world, you want to be around the guys.
Hey, man.
Always want to be around the lads, brother. On that note, D-Bud has
I know he showed up with his agent, Buddy Baker, and he talked about the ankle injury, and I saw that the Commanders put him on PUP. I guess what goes into that? And then do you have any more details, just like with the Trey contract? How far are they apart? I know if you look at comparables out there, DK signed a big deal this offseason. They were drafting the same class, even though Terry's a couple years older. Terry hasn't missed a game in 5 years. What's the separation there in that deal right now with the Commanders and Terry?
It's been vast. And
wow.
It's been vast. And so it's up to the two sides to figure out a way to bridge their differences. But I would say that DK Metcalf was the same draft class as Terry McLaurin. He got about $33 million a year. I wouldn't think that Terry is willing to take less than that, and I think he wants considerably more than that. Now, what it comes in at, we'll wind up seeing. Washington, they're not there right now, and they love and value Terry McLaurin, but they love and value him at a different price. So these two sides right now seem apart on the deal. Like, they don't seem close today. And I don't know how they're going to get that resolved and figured out, but these things usually find a way of working themselves out over time. But as of today, I don't get the sense that anything's close.
You love and value me, but don't value me as much as the Pittsburgh Steelers value a guy that's never played for them, who's the same age, who's had worse numbers than I have the last couple. I mean, that is where Terry's sitting.
Yep.
That is where Terry is sitting. And you talk about, not that I'm not pumped about DK Metcalf becoming a Pittsburgh Steeler and Yinzer's learning about DK Metcalf seemingly
great
every single practice. They're like, have you seen this guy? This guy, we haven't seen. Unbelievable. Is this the only human that is built the way that he is built? I mean, Yinzer's learning of DK Metcalf has been awesome to watch. Just one of the, holy fuck, have you seen this guy? He runs He's unbelievable. Yeah.
He is. I mean, he's he's built very differently than everybody else. That guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Coming off the bus, DK's in a great spot.
But wait, hold on. Who was the guy? Was that DK? It was DK, right? Where Pete Carroll when he came in for the draft visit, took off his shirt. That was DK, wasn't it?
Yeah, and DK and A.J. Brown were what, teammates there for a little bit? At Ole Miss. I mean, what an absolutely nightmare scenario. Okay, well, good luck to Terry. Hopefully he gets a job done. That video we were seeing, not of him talking to Warner or whatever, it was talking to Buddy Baker, his agent. That's from today. That is from an hour ago or whatever. So Buddy Baker with Terry on property.
Those are head scratchers, man. Like, Micah,
Trey, good guy.
Micah, Trey, great guy, great locker room guy. Terry, great locker room guy. And this is, I think, maybe his first year coming back with the same returning starting quarterback. You would think you would want that guy in the building and build with that offense with Cliff and what they have.
Oh, Schefter told us they love and value him.
Oh, you're right. What am I saying?
Hey, Buddy Baker's an indie guy. You should get him on there. Get him in the Thunderdome.
Yeah, definitely. I love agents.
Maybe with Terry.
Another indie guy.
Would love to have Terry.
Yeah, bring Terry.
Would love to have Terry. Just you need to know over there, Washington, Terry's not worth it. Get him out of there. You don't need any distractions. Young career right now for Jaylen.
Yep.
I saw Jaylen doing things down the field, making great catches. You got new ownership over there. You guys got to worry about the stadium stuff. That's a lot of Don't let Terry and Buddy staying around distract you guys. Ship them both out of town. Send them right back to Indianapolis where they came from. Kick those guys out of your facility and send them right to Indianapolis. And if you might even get maybe a pick back, like
six-round pick.
Seven-round pick.
I saw Terry McLaurin wearing a Believe Our shirt.
Like he is a Believe Our. Yeah. He knows. Okay, let's talk about some other. Go ahead, Schefter.
Guys, I don't think the Commanders are of a mind today that they have any interest in trading Terry McLaurin. Yeah. Now, what transpires down good circumstances change and event shift? Sure, but I think today, on July 28th, Commanders have no interest in trading him today. We'll see if anything changes over time.
Okay, what's going on in Vegas? Huh? ABC reporter says, only thing we've heard, it's very weird. Very weird incidents. Now, this is Nick Walters, ABC Sports out there in Las Vegas. Say he's been trying to figure out what the hell happened here. What happened with it? We paid him a lot of money. Great football player. They voided now $35.2 million. That's going to be an entire thing in litigation with the NFLPA. And then him getting released, it was a very weird incident. AJ, have you ever heard something described as such? What do you think?
No, I would like to know what weird even means. Like, that's all relative, too. Like, we need some context there. Did this happen between one teammate, Schefter? Is that what put it over the top to let him go, or is this like a series of events?
Did he go into Mark Davis's office with a gun and say, "Where's my $35.2 million?" That'd be very weird.
Could have, yeah.
That would be very weird. I don't think anybody's ever done that before. What have you heard about this? And is he? How injured is he? When's he back? What happens here with Christian Wilkins?
Again, from speaking to people inside the locker room, I think what everybody's dancing around and tiptoeing around is the fact that when you speak to people there inside the locker room, they say that Christian playfully went to kiss a teammate on top of his head, and those same people said that player took offense to it. So that's what everybody's been dancing around and tap dancing around, an incident in the locker room where he allegedly playfully kissed a teammate on top of his head. That teammate felt offended by it. And that's what a lot of this talk and speculation that people have just been floating around out there is about.
Okay, so he kissed a teammate on the forehead in a playful manner. Teammate said, "Nope, not doing that," and went to H&R and reported this entire thing, basically, is what happened?
I think that's probably a fair and accurate way of saying things, yeah.
So, but that tells me a lot of things, quickly. That tells me a lot of things. So, if that happens in the locker room and then they go and report it, that means the locker room probably didn't fuck with them, right? Feels like?
Yeah.
That's what it feels like?
That individual, for sure. I mean, you see some different things in the locker room. There are different people. This would classify as weird.
Yeah, I would think kissing off
a teammate bald. Because if he's bald, that's not.
What if he won a euchre game with the guy? Though
you never know.
They're playing. Maybe they're playing Boo-Ray, and the guy hit double the party. He goes, "Thank you," and kissed him on the forehead. Maybe it was that guy's.
Any smooching in the locker room.
I've never seen it either, but I'm just saying, like, hey, the pockets. This guy just lost all his. This guy lost $40,000 to me. Thank you. Yeah. You know, he goes, "Let me give you
All I'm saying is it's good luck to kiss the top of a bald head. We've seen it in the movies, stuff like that. If this guy's if he's a full head of hair, then
isn't Gruden's boy out there?
Mm-hmm.
Or he's strength coach?
Deuce. Yeah. Believe he is, Deuce, yeah.
He didn't try to kiss Deuce's head, did he? It wasn't Deuce.
If he's a $100 million player, I'm assuming it was like Max Crosby. He's not kissing some practice squad player and then getting in that much trouble for it. I'm assuming he's kissing some player. Maybe he put his finger on his lips and did the whole like barber thing. Maybe there's a chance, and I'm not saying this happened, but I'm saying there's a chance that he grabbed the dong. I don't think we can. I don't think we can completely rule that out based on what we've seen on the field.
That's not right. Oh. He's the guy that we've always said great to have on your team. Would hate to play against them.
The best.
Because everything, and he's kind of owned that, I think. That's kind of been his MO. He has done things in the past that two players in 8K, in 4K, that make you go, geez Louise, how did we do that?
This guy wants to win.
What is that? And then now a kiss on the forehead in the locker. I guess the locker room was like, hey, we still seeing the clips of you on. That's an interesting dynamic. That is very weird. Hopefully they get it all figured out. Hopefully Christian Wilkins finds a new team. I think Colts would be okay.
Him and Buckner in the middle.
He's a really good player. He's a great player.
He's a great football player.
So good.
I was wondering if he'd kiss anybody in the forehead.
They wear the most guarding cap in the league, so probably not.
Yeah. Well, kiss the top of the helmet.
Yeah. What about his injury?
Yeah, is he healthy? Will he be able to play, or what are we?
That's another real question here, because again, he was supposed to have surgery a couple of different times out in Vegas, and for whatever reason, that surgery was put off. And I don't know whether or not he's going to have that surgery. I haven't heard yet, but my understanding is the timeline after a surgery that he might need could be anywhere from 12 to 16 weeks. So you're looking at something where if he had gotten it done earlier, his chances of coming back sooner would have been greater. Now I think he would hope to join a team later in the season. That would be the hope. I don't know that he'll be able to play early in the season, but again, different doctors have different takes. I'm not privy to all of his medical information, but my understanding is he does need another surgery, and that surgery is a 12 to 16-week surgery.
Okay, so he would be able to play this year then, regardless. They voided his contract because he kissed the guy on the head?
No, that's not why they voided his contract. They voided his contract because there was a disagreement over the way he was going about his rehab and his foot injury. Basically, the team had been asking him to have foot surgery over and over. I think there were scheduled surgeries, and they didn't get done. And it's his body. He gets to do whatever he wants. Right? So I think they wanted him to get the issue corrected surgically. He kept balking at that. It was not getting done. I think the team grew increasingly frustrated over time because they wanted him to have the surgery done. He didn't want to get it done. Maybe he felt like he didn't need it. You'd have to ask him. I don't know the full details there. And so when there was a disagreement over that surgery, whether or not to have it, whether or not to get it done, putting it off again, it got to the point where they're like, hey, you don't get this done, we're not going to have you early in the year. We need this done, and it didn't get done.
$35 million litigation, and it looks like and sounds like Christian could probably win this one. Don't know if we'll have enough money for the lawyers to fight it, though, because we're on the second floor of Tootsie's getting shoulder rubs. Okay?
Allegedly.
So,
by the way, that's an issue right now with everything going on in the league. Like, there are a whole host of things where players could use some help on certain issues, like this one. And it's like, who do you turn to?
That's a great question. Schefter, that is a great question. We don't want to dive too deep into that because this is a positive show. There's a lot of negative we could go that way. Like, might not be able to have the extra 4 hours of a lawyer looking through every single clause. Because why? Cinnamon wanted a little extra spin on the pole down there at Tootsie's at 5 a.m. with the executive director of the NFLPA. So we don't need to get into that. Good luck, Christian. Feels like you might be a professional golfer for $35.2 million if you don't want to get back into playing football. And kissing somebody on the forehead without knowing if they would get mad about it is an interesting thing to say about a teammate in a locker room. Personally, if you're just to view out from that and kind of talk from a different level, that's an interesting thing, just to be like, I can kiss this guy on the forehead, and then kiss him on the forehead. And then it going the complete opposite way.
That kind of seems on brand for him, though. It's just like, you know what? I'm going to push this boundary. If this guy doesn't like it, he doesn't like it, and then I'll go find someone else to do it.
So on that note, as somebody that hasn't been able to read a situation well, I told Shane that Coach Saban was not mad. Remember?
Yeah, you did.
So
he knows you're joking.
So sometimes you misread. Sometimes you misread some things. I don't want to blame too many people, but yeah, I definitely misread that situation clearly. He's good. What are we talking about? It's Coach Saban, dude. Go up there, dude.
Water under the bridge.
He was not.
Yeah.
Nope. Question his entire integrity. You think it's funny? Fucking funny guy? All right. Who are you going to turn to? NFLPA. Great question. Good luck out there. I'm sure they'll make the right decision. They have continuously for a long time. Who's Cleveland going to turn to? A lot of question marks over there. And also, Coach Prime has a press conference coming out in like 11 minutes with his medical team. We hope everything's okay. That sounds very, very, very serious for an absolute.
I want to say this. Thoughts and prayers with Coach Prime. We love Coach Prime. And we'll let him update his medical condition as he should here in the next 10 or so minutes. And everybody will be pulling for it.
Schefter, it's right there.
Do it, Schefter. You can do it, Schefter.
Don't do it. Coach Prime, we love you, man. We all love you and appreciate you for what you've done for sports. You're one of one. A true anomaly in this world of, just copycats. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Schefter, obviously Coach Prime Shador is in Cleveland. He is one of the 4 quarterbacks there, and thanks to ESPN Cleveland, we know all the quarterback stats there coming out every single day. Who is the front runner right now? I'm seeing a lot of Joe Flacco is leaps and bounds ahead of everyone else. I know Kenny, I think, is dealing with a soft tissue injury. What's the update on the quarterback situation?
Yeah, we reported yesterday that Kenny Pickett injured his hamstring and is basically going to reevaluate it later this week. He heard it at the end of Saturday's practice. He had a couple of really good practices and looked pretty strong. And so it's not, as it was told to me initially when we reported on this, a run-of-the-mill hamstring injury. But he's got to see what's going on with that hamstring injury when he gets out on the field and tests it again. Now, whether he tests it today or the end of this week, I think he's going to miss a little bit of time here. And obviously, when you're competing for a starting job, that's not great. So that would seem to indicate that Joe Flacco, if Kenny Pickett's going to miss some time, that would give him an advantage. And you got the 2 rookie quarterbacks. Now, again, the only 2 mid-round quarterbacks that I've seen come in when they were drafted that late and start out of the gate were Russell Wilson back in 2012 and Dak Prescott. And both guys lit it up in the preseason. And when you watched them, you knew that the team had to start them. Now, we may see Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders go out this summer and light it up in preseason and be like, whoa, that guy can play, and I want to see more of that in the next preseason game. But short of one of those guys lighting it up, we've always thought it would be one of these veterans, and now Pickett's down with a little bit of a hamstring issue, and so Joe Flacco is the lone veteran quarterback standing. So advantage Flacco right now, but obviously a lot of training camp to go.
Flacco also knows Stefanski's offense very well. I mean, he led them literally to a playoff 2 years ago. Did not work out with the Indianapolis Colts. So we assume that Joe Flacco is going to have the head start over everybody in the Cleveland Browns camp going in. He was also talking like, hey, I'm still a starter. I don't know what we're even talking about here. Am I going to be a mentor? Sure. But I got to know what the hell I got to do for the game as well. Joe Flacco is treating this as if it's his team, I think. And I know the conversation around it is, what about the future? What about the future? How long do they have over there? Andrew Berry and Stefanski and everybody, because Baker Mayfield wins them a playoff game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. See ya. We're going to redo this entire thing. We had success. We need to rebuild it. They obviously have a lot of stars on their team. They spent a lot of money. The Deshaun Watson contract was a massive swing and a massive miss. We think it came from over their heads, so they got a big leash and a leeway here. Is that true?
Right. So if that's right, Pat, and it came from over their heads, and that strapped that program down the last few years, and Kevin Stefanski still won Coach of the Year twice, and they still made a number of good moves and added good players and have 2 first-round draft picks in the 2026 NFL draft. If that is the case, and they were working with their hands basically tied behind their neck, why are we moving on from a great coach and a great GM? Like, why are we doing that? And so I don't view it as them being on a short leash. In fact, they should have more time than they're given because of some of the moves that were made. So if you're right about that, and there have been many people that have suggested that you are, then these guys deserve plenty more time, in my mind.
Okay, so we just found out that that's the truth. I've always had a question. I always questioned in my mind. Just found out what it was. We always knew, especially because Andrew Berry.
If you are correct,
I know Andrew Berry very well. I think I've known him since he's like 22 years old. Obviously, ex-Harvard quarterback, was with the Colts for a long time. When he was like 34, I was hoping that he was going to get the Colts general manager job. I have a lot of faith in his brain, the way he operates. Stefanski, super genius, right? So everybody says the guy's super genius.
Ivy League guy as well.
Yeah, so it's like it's funny to think about, like, well, how they get the worst contract in history. Oh, it must not have been them. Oh, it must have been
that guy.
Oh, yeah, because they were out of the running. Remember, it was Atlanta or New Orleans. And then Cleveland comes back in because Haslam's like, hey, so I gas in things at convenience stores. We want you to come up here to the cold. All right, last question before we let you go. Good luck to Stefanski. Good luck to Andrew Berry. Good luck to the Browns faithful.
Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Judy's your favorite football player.
Yeah, he doesn't need luck.
Jerry Judy doesn't need luck. He just needs the opportunity to shine. Put him on a big stage. He will do great. We know that, especially with their brand new Alpha Dog helmets and with how Brownie operates as a whole. Go ahead, Connor. Last question for you, Schefter.
Yeah, Schefter. Ben Johnson came out, talked about Caleb Williams, everything going on with him this training camp. That seems to be a massive negative in the NFL right now, at least. Is Caleb Ben's guy for sure? Should we view this as kind of just like a learning year? Or is there a chance that Ben Johnson does this year and then pulls to Sean Payton like, hey, Russell Wilson, get the hell out of the building?
Well, I think they brought in Ben Johnson because the goal was to essentially elevate Caleb Williams. Everything they've done is to elevate Caleb Williams. So before we could even go there, I still think we're talking about a guy that was the #1 pick, that was regarded as an elite quarterback prospect, and they brought in a guy with an offense who has specialized in elevating the performance of quarterbacks. That's why they went out and spent all this money on the head coach and went out and got 3 different new offensive linemen and basically came and produced all these players in the offseason to make sure that Caleb turns into the player he does. If he doesn't, I don't think it's going to be because of Ben Johnson. I think that they are committed to him right now. That's going to be something we all follow. Now, if the guy struggles, falters, hey, look, that's how the NFL works. But I think they are giving Caleb every opportunity, every resource that he deserves, and it's up to him to make the most of it. If he doesn't, we could continue this conversation.
All right, Schefter, hopefully we continue this conversation with you every single day until Super Bowl.
Yeah, there we go.
We appreciate you, brother. Football is back. That means we got magic to talk about. We appreciate the hell out of you, brother.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
It was a kiss on a forehead.
Yeah, okay.
I kissed the teammate. He hated it. That's Adam Schefter, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
All right. Haslam did do the deal.
Yeah. I mean, he apologized, I think, this offseason.
Sorry.
This wasn't them.
I screwed up.
I seen it. Next hour. We'll see you on the other side. Goodbye.
That's crazy. Nice you got people to do that. And also take us off the fucking. We do not deserve it.
They all commit and love what's going on in that weight room. They all commit and love what Jim Harbaugh's preaching. And everybody in the building's happy. Everybody's like excited to be there.
First row, Mark Pressure, the first row. Second row is up here.
It is infectious what they got going on. And how many owners are spending $300 million on a new facility just for the practice facility?
This is Butler Birdies. Wow!
Oh my God! Oh shit! In the bunker. Oh, that's a great shot.
But then for them to do it upright for the last couple, it's like, look out for the Chargers, dude. Look out for the Chargers.
Coach. Hey, we got a gift for you. Here we go. Okay, so we missed your birthday, we missed Christmas. We couldn't
Whoa, look at that.
Your perspective on high fives is one of the greatest things we've ever seen.
So all-time great invention. I love the high five. Yeah, give each other a high five. Boom! Bam! Boom! Bam! Yeah! Boom!
Boom! Oh my God!
Wow! Boom!
So we wanted to make you basically something that you could high five. My dad made this.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
He is talented.
Yeah, boom.
Get that feeling.
Yeah, boom. Yeah, boom, boom. And we tested it. I think you can get a pretty good pop if you need. Yeah.
That is incredible.
Obviously, national champion, Michigan man, and greatest high five.
Yeah.
Because of what you brought for the high five world.
Oh yeah.
He tried to give a handshake to that particular high five trophy. Did break the hand off. We had to put it back on.
Way to go, handshake.
Oh no! Oh no!
There we go.
We have so much respect for you.
You guys just roll deep. This would be entourage level, wouldn't it?
To be honest, we didn't know we were going to be able to get 11 people in here, and then we pulled up and said, you have 11. That's where it should be.
Should roll 11.
Yeah. Always start 11. You're right. You're the best. I mean, wow, it looks like a lot of highlights against one particular team.
They played more than one game. Why do they have all these TDs for one game?
Imposing our will.
This sucks.
Party in the backfield.
No one.
We mean no one.
No one outbeats.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey,
What?
let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers. You pig! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our Hubble Abode, the Thunderdome, on this Overreaction Monday, July 28th, 2025. Hour 2 of the program begins now. Football! It's magical. That's AJ Hawk. The Toxic Table's here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the hammer, Dahn. Cowboys AP Tone is here, and 9-year NFL vet Darius J. Butler has made the trip once again to Indianapolis from South Florida. We appreciate you doing that.
Oh, yeah.
I saw the IG story of your Sunday travels up here. We appreciate you doing all that shit to get up here, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
You're great up here every
Love
week.
it. Love it. Enjoy it.
You basically live here half the year.
I do. It's home.
You guys have better state income tax.
Home away from home.
A little bit.
You do.
No doubt.
We got go. Let's not get crazy.
Some pros and cons both places.
Yeah, I got bad property tax I've seen.
And price, price of living and all
insurance.
That stuff. So if you're thinking about coming to play for the Colts or for the Pacers or for the fuel or the
fever,
the fever,
the freight, possible other teams,
Ignite.
I'm thinking about AJ every other day. I'm thinking about bringing a professional sports team here to Indianapolis every other day.
What sport?
Well, I can't give that away. Please, multiple sports.
AJ.
There's been multiple sports. Just know these professional leagues that are kind of happening right now, we've been snooping around.
All of them.
All of them. We have been snooping around all of them. Just because we think it would be hilarious to own a team. Like, we think that would be a very funny thing, let alone if the sport is awesome and combative and physical and potentially sport of the future.
Up and coming.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Maybe we can do it.
Okay. All right.
I need the commissioner's number right now. That's what happens in this room. So we snoop around, find a commissioner of these leagues' phone numbers, FaceTime, cold, immediately.
Oh, gosh.
Think about these guys.
Can I ask you a question?
Been some good reports.
It's been great conversation.
Yeah, good conversation.
We've been learning a lot.
answers in like fancy boardrooms. They're all wearing suits, and he called you over there in the think tank.
No, completely opposite. All the people that are commissioners, leagues. This is not just one person. This is multiple leagues that this is happening. The people answer it. Normally, they're at their house or their office, and it feels like I'm looking at the Jeff Bezos Amazon photo from whenever he was in that room with the thing behind it.
Yep.
Or like the Steve Jobs stuff. Whenever him and the other Steve are in the garage at the house or whatever. That's what it feels like every time I FaceTime these people. Like you can see they're in the lab trying to make this league work, and I've enjoyed it all, but just know we're snooping around. Always snooping around. It's always hashtag up to something season. There's some big up to somethings about to come to fruition though here, and I can't wait to drop these on the world. Go ahead, Tom.
I had a question for you. I don't know if you are going to be coach, owner, coach, player. Let's say, one of the top 5 players on your team, top 5 highest paid players on your team, kisses another guy on the forehead in your locker room. What are you going to do?
That feels like a locker room issue. I'm staying out of it. Remember, I am going to be I'm going to be a giving owner. Okay,
I don't think you can stay out of that one.
Nobody could. Let's remember, son.
I just want to let everybody know. The style of player that Christian Wilkins is, aside from the ha-ha and the ha-ha and the ha-ha, that's his style of doing things. The style, he's relentless every single play, a little bit of a dog. Other teams hate him. That is the style of player that we are looking for in all of the leagues that we're in.
Sure.
Now, can't be sucking foreheads in the locker room.
Well, let me remind you something.
Especially not wanted foreheads.
Yeah.
Hey.
Like if these guys want to suck face in there in our team and they're good at the sport and they both do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Not in my locker room.
This can't be unrequited. What's that?
Not
Hold
in
on,
my
Butsy.
locker room.
The Christian Wilkins is a dog.
How quickly you guys forget Sunshine kissed Gary Bertier right on the lips and they won a state title.
Yes, they did.
Good
It didn't
point.
start great for
Yes,
Sunshine,
good point.
but it certainly
Thank you.
ended great, didn't it? Yes, it for
That's
all
a
of
state title,
society.
D-Bud.
Yeah.
Kind of thinking of it now.
TC Williams.
With that being said, I don't think my team will have any sucking forehead problems. Just want to let you know that. Any of the sports.
Okay.
Any of the sports.
Christian Wilkins used to play, just trying to connect the dots here, used to play in the AFC East for the Dolphins.
Okay.
I believe he was a rookie or in his early years when Tom Brady was quarterback of the New England Patriots. Now, I don't know if there was any beef, but what if this kiss on the forehead was a, Brady and his kids type of joke that Christian Wilkins was making?
Brady's kisses right on the lips.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Also, Brady's kid. Have you been watching him?
You
Oh,
big
yeah, he's a
son bitch.
dog.
Yeah, big son bitch.
Casual.
Yeah.
Casual dunk. Very, very casual.
He's huge.
And he's got Tom Brady's. It's the same thing we think about with Shador. Like we assume because Shador's been around Prime, and Prime has literally been preaching or teaching or coaching all of society, especially the sports world, via different shows, his Twitter accounts, his social media, and then actually on the field. All of us in the sports world for like the last 20 years, I would assume that something has to osmosis through, his head, we would think. So maybe Tom Brady's kid is the next coming of Tom Brady. We shall see.
Yeah, Jack. I believe there was a clip a few years ago of Tom, Klay Thompson, and Jack getting up jumpers, working on his
I've
jumpers.
seen a lot of clips. Klay Thompson feels like he's in love.
Yeah.
A lot of love talk.
Yep.
Congrats to him. Congrats, Klay. Woo! Guy's a pilot, right, or a boater or something?
Yeah.
motor.
Ship
Boat.
captain.
He's a captain, boat captain.
I think Golden State, he had a place on the bay, his house. I think it went up for sale recently. I just saw it. Very cool looking place. And I think he would boat his ass to the games and shit like that.
Pretty dope.
Yeah, he's Captain Klay.
Yeah.
It's like Jimmy Graham used to fly the plane.
Yeah.
He survived?
He did.
Yeah, they smashed
Set
the
the new
record
world
by
record,
like
yeah.
5 days.
Okay.
Then he retired.
They retired.
Retired from football and from
Oh, and I think
rowing.
football.
Jimmy Graham, stud
rowing too.
tight end, should retire from rowing, we think.
Just getting started.
You never retire from rowing.
I think he should. You did it.
Yeah.
And also, he did the Arctic Ocean
Yeah.
with a team of people. They one of them was sleeping, the others were going through, and they beat a world record. He just did this 2 weeks ago or whatever. The videos coming out with that were disgusting. Not as disgusting as a tight end pattern.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, is what everybody was saying. Let's go camping, shall we? Let's go to St. Vincent College. Aaron Rodgers in the brand new Pittsburgh Steelers. little 7-on-7 here. Okay, showdown. What do we do? Well, Pat Freiermuth's going to run a little in and out. DK Metcalf's going to get checked down, and Pat Freiermuth's going to throw his hands up. Did you see that, AJ?
I did see that, yeah. I did.
What were they saying about him, Connor?
I saw a lot of people down there at the Trobe saying, "Oh, Muff out there potting again?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
what's Muff doing?"
He's just showing up his core. I think that's what they were saying, right? Oh, Aaron Rodgers going to love that.
Of course, hey, Rodgers loves guys who pot on the field when they don't give the ball.
Oh, yeah, as if you know.
They were saying that he wasn't fucking pot.
As if you would know. You're a homer. We see the body language. Body language reflects leadership.
I'm sorry. You have a Muff jersey?
No.
So maybe I would know. Or maybe I asked him. Connor Fox, you got that for me, pal?
I was definitely not pouting. I was pissed at myself, threw my hands up, I ran the wrong route, and I made the play look like shit. So I was throwing my hands up in frustration to myself. Definitely not showing up my quarterback.
Okay.
Gronk's getting good.
All right, so he wasn't potting. You think that was AI?
Gronk's getting good.
Oh, no.
Tony, you don't know Muff like that.
Yes,
okay?
I do.
No, you don't. I know you don't know Muff like that. That's AI if I've ever seen it.
AJ, let's talk about the situation that just happened. So we saw the highlight, or I guess low light there, of Freiermuth over the weekend. We come in this morning. Something very easy to say to Tone to gas him up quickly is that one of his favorite players and humans, Freiermuth, is in a terrible spot with Aaron Rodgers because he's potting. He's showing him up.
Sad.
All the insers that go up the Latrobe to St. Vincent College are like, does Muth think he's better than a quarterback? This guy, what is he doing?
Gumby said it to me 8 times this morning.
This is day 3 with this guy.
Yeah.
We know Aaron's a little fickle potentially, and now you're going to show him up in front of everybody,
best friends.
the whole world to see. Literally, that's what we just start. As soon as Tone sits down, it's just like, so, see, the Steelers are in a bad spot. Yeah. Everybody hates each other.
Yikes.
You see that? And Tone goes, what it was? We literally FaceTime Freiermuth. FaceTime. Cold FaceTime him.
Really?
He answers. Right on the phone, we all go, oh,
he's powder!
We started yelling at him. We all started yelling at him for pouting. He said, I'm not pouting. I fucked up. That was a huge mistake by me or whatever. It's like, will you record saying that? And he did, which is why we can't take anything from these training camps.
No.
Serious.
Especially not with
like legit.
Well, they want to paint a narrative, though. They want to paint a narrative. Other Friday, I saw Stewart in Cincinnati. Someone films it, and the caption just says, "Practice shape is much different than like workout shape, or whatever." And I watched the guy go through like 2 minutes of the drill, and he looked fine. Like he was good and explosive when he went up. Yeah, in between reps, hands on his hips, but he wasn't like puking. He wasn't dying. I'm like, why are you trying to say this dude is dying? Like people are trying to make things that aren't there.
On that note, it's like just like the stats conversation, which is why J.J. Watt's tweet went so damn big. And I would like to hammer home the fact that J.J. is an internet guy.
Very good at it.
He's doing TV.
Yeah.
Obviously, he'll be able to do whatever he wants. He owns 2 soccer teams now. He's going to be a bazillionaire. His brother's wealthier than he is on the football field, but off the field, what JJ has done, not only remarkable for the cities in which he comes from, but also business-wise, very, very good. He's always been an internet guy. He very much is an internet guy. Loves to get in the conversation, does not mind saying his opinion, isn't scared of shit. And whenever he breaks down the stats conversation, he does it in a very accurate way for how the internet has been. At the beginning, these stats start coming out. I think it all started with Richard Sherman getting cooked in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Richard Sherman was trying a new jam or something.
And Shanahan showed it to the team and said, hey, I respect him doing this. A lot of you guys don't have enough balls to do this because you know the media and the fans are there watching camp practice.
Yeah, so he got killed. And he's like, hey, he's working on something new. Like, hey, this is what practice is. This is what training camp is.
That's why we call it practice, right? That's why it's called practice.
But now it's gotten to the point where there's so much sports coverage. I mean, you can even count us in this entire thing. We're considered, obviously, sports media and sports coverage. We're not the only ones. There's a lot of bloggers, a lot of people that just go to the practice that have their own platforms, record videos. Never been through a training camp. That's not holding that against them, but don't maybe know what the fuck's going on. And then all of that needs is just a little bit of gas behind it or somebody that doesn't like the person to kind of promote it. And boom, all of a sudden. That's why him saying like, hey, at the beginning, these stats were fun to talk about, but now it feels like you guys are taking them a little bit too serious. Yeah. Training camp is not real reps here. Now, there's certain periods where it's like, hey, good on good, this shit matters. Then there's other parts of practice where they're trying things. Freiermuth They paid him a lot of money.
Yes, it is.
He's going to be one of the top tight ends in the league this year, we think. We think Freiermuth is going to be very smart, obviously, very intelligent player, very good football player. He is a veteran now. He's fucking up in 7-on-7. There's a chance other people also making mistakes. So whenever you see a quarterback potentially throw an interception, maybe the wide receiver wasn't where he was supposed to be. Or maybe the quarterback threw a shit ball. Or maybe the quarterback was trying a different throw. Hey, can I get this over a linebacker in front of a safety if I try this? Nope, can't. It was a pick, went back the other way. Okay, we move forward. It's hard not to overreact to everything, but I appreciate JJ going yo. We got to pump the brakes a little bit on how much these stats actually matter because we have no idea the context of any of these periods.
They don't matter, but at the same time, they do to us because we're so hungry for anything. Football right now. So you see it and you're investing and you're bought into a team like you want to see, like Cleveland, they put out the quarterback stats every day. And sure, it's going on here in Indy too with the quarterback competition. But yeah, you're right. Like there are so many things that go into what players and what coaches or what teams are trying to do or trying to get done. And a guy like Richard Sherman, who knows he's going to be on the roster, you're going to be working on things. The rookie that's just trying to make a team, every rep is like live or die. But it's different. Everybody's kind of in a different situation. Even like the real game film. Like when you go back, and I go back on Sundays sometimes or Mondays, putting everything DB together. And I played in those games, been in those meeting rooms, but I don't know the conversations that was had on the sideline. Hey, if they run this scissors route, we're going to pass it off. We're going to stay with. I don't know, but I can take my best guess. So we really don't know the PFF grades. We don't know, but at the same time, all this media, the NFL is king for a reason because so many people care about it, so many people care about everything. But the narratives are dangerous, though, because you can create this narrative now, let's say it's Muth here, 2 weeks into the season, he's not getting his targets, or it's an interaction with him here on the sideline. It's like, hey, remember, training camp week 2, so it's give and take. But I mean,
journalism.
That's where we are right now, July 28th. Every rep, every practice stat kind of matters.
Him answering that FaceTime and us all, oh,
Potter.
Pat Freiermuth. Yeah. Oh, look who it is. It was electrifying. Because he sees now the internet say that he's pouting, trying to show up Aaron. He's like, oh, no. Not only that, I ran a wrong route. I mean, this is wrong route, messed everything up. Oh, now everybody thinks I'm embarrassing the quarterback, and I'm not a pouter. I mean, it was like catastrophic to the Freiermuth brand.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, this one play, and everybody's watching it because, Aaron's teammates don't like him already. He's like, I ran wrong route. Okay, I saw something differently than everybody else. Can we just move on? And that's how king, to your point, the NFL is. It's a beautiful thing, but it's also a fishbowl, and you are in it at all times. And all we can do from outside is just try to read the lips of what's going on inside of it.
I mean, everything that they're doing with Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams right now, putting out how many picks he's thrown. He's learning a new offense, obviously, but even people like cherry picking and putting Ben Johnson's face, for a screenshot from his opening press conference to like yesterday after Caleb's been struggling a little bit. It's like, oh no, this guy realizes he's made a massive mistake, like almost pushing for like hey, week 4, these guys are going to have a huge, they're going to get in each other's faces on the sideline. They already hate each other's guts. Like it's hilarious. And it's almost like Bears fans, granted, a lot of that is Packers fans seeing that and kind of just being like, oh yeah, feed
look at this.
But I'm also
Lions fans too.
Yeah, exactly.
Looky.
Yeah, but then you also see Bears fans like, oh no, like this is true. This is what's going on.
Because
like,
Bears fans deep down,
they know.
They have that feeling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Everything's bad.
It's always there.
It's always there.
Exactly. Right there. So all they need is just a little bit.
And then the backup starts throwing touchdowns. It's like, wait, why isn't he getting all the reps? What do you mean? We got the guy.
It happened with Jets fans on Friday or whatever.
Justin
Fields gets carted off. They're like, his ACL. He's done. He's done forever. It's just his toe.
I saw some people saying it was maybe an Achilles, because how they were talking about it. Turns out it was a toe issue, maybe a fractured, dislocated toe. I think he's already back out.
Yeah, he was.
But they didn't even have the chance to say new regime, new era, new time, new chapter. Jets fans are just, Cole sent me 5 texter. The way I found out about it through a 5 motherfuck, of course, ba. That's how I found out about this. In real time, I think as he was getting carted off, I was receiving texts. Oh, they just turned the golf cart wheel left. Bang, 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 bang. It was unbelievable.
Greedy couldn't talk about it on TV.
Yeah, the J.J. McCarthy stuff, too. Have you seen this as well?
Wow. No.
I've seen J.J. get buried with a clip from last year's training camp. And, that is also now.
Throwing his 5th pick today. It was last year's.
Bingo. Yeah, and it's like, geez, if I didn't
They're
know.
in full pads July 21st. Yeah, it's like always a clip of them in full pads when no one's even barely started.
I mean, Get Up or First Take posted something and they had to say sorry.
Cowboys.
You know? I mean, it's hard time right now.
It is.
It's hard times, brother. I don't think, the internet is a very creative and talented place.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I saw somebody pull a clip from our show from 2023.
Oh, geez.
And it had the date on the video. Look at this shit. Fucking send it right out there.
Yeah.
It's right on the corner.
Oh, yeah.
This is from 2 years ago. You got anything to say about? I've said a lot, I assume. It's been 2 years since that whole thing has gone off. It's a wild time on the internet. And joining us now is a man who knows all the answers. He will never be fooled. He's unfoolable. Because this man is no fool.
No.
This man's an Emmy Award winner.
Amen.
This guy's been hosting Get Up. You've been seeing him?
Oh, yeah.
Crushing.
Riddle me this.
He's been making lists. He's been making lists. Some good lists.
Clean suits. I mean, we're talking, everybody's in summer. I mean, we're pretty casual all the time. Everybody in summer casual. Not this guy. Get a chance to host a show.
Yeah.
You go ahead and put this up. Real comfortable on the desk, too. Seen a couple of these.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, insider, analyst, pundit from ESPN, friend of the program, Peter Schrager.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Hey, good hosting out of you, bub. I didn't know you were a host.
Nor did NFL Network. Let's go. I'm here.
Oh, yes.
Let's go.
Same world now, I think, from what I've been told. It's all under the same umbrella, I believe, at this point. Yes.
I'm here to, I think it was Chalamet. When he won, he was like, I want to be Michael Jordan. I want to be the best. Like, that's how I'm here. Like, let's go. I'm not taking anyone's job anytime soon, but I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And credit to the producers and the executives and to Greeny and Stephen A. and Molly for letting me do it. But I had a blast hosting Get Up and First Take. It was really fun. And to your point, football is here. Let's go. Let's not mess around.
Shout out to Fosso. I assume he was a massive piece of that entire thing. What a legend. Absolutely. He's on a little bit of a world tour right now.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait to see him on Wednesday. He's going to be pumped. Fosso! 50 and 50, baby. I think it's been going great. It's been going great. Okay, Schrags, let's talk a little bit about football, shall we? It's Christian Wilkins' deal. So Schefter clarified some things. He said that it was a kiss on forehead. Players said, we ain't doing that. Goes and says, get him out of here. Now, they wanted him to have surgery. He didn't want to have surgery. I think Michael Thomas in the Saints had this situation a couple years back where they thought he should have surgery. He said, I don't want to have surgery. Then season came. He had to get surgery, missed time. There was a whole thing. I think this has happened in the past about how you deal with an injury, what a player wants, what the team wants. What are your thoughts on that whole situation? I mean, obviously, in 2-3 weeks from now, Christian Wilkins will sign with another team. We assume he has a 3 to 4, what do you say, 4 to 6
12 to 16 weeks.
12 to 16 weeks, so 3 to 4 month recovery if he does have the surgery. We think he'll probably be on another team. What are your thoughts on that whole situation over there, Schrags?
Schefter's on it in that this is I guess, what would you say, a quixotic individual, and some of his stuff that he did in Miami was embraced and they loved it, but he talked to the Bills players. They absolutely hated him. The stuff he would do after the whistle, he would agitate. He was like a Bill Lambier type if you're on the Pistons, but if you were on another team, you couldn't stand this guy. Well, he gets to the Raiders last year, and the hope was you got him on the inside, you got Crosby, you got the 7th overall pick, Tyree Jacks from a couple years ago. On one side, like, we're going to be a front 7 team. Gets hurt, misses most of the year, and then a whole new brass comes in. And some of the stuff that he was doing maybe wasn't embraced as much from the teammates here in Vegas as it was in Miami. And then, of course, when you've got a new GM in John Spytek who comes in from Tampa and a new head coach in Pete Carroll, like, we're telling you to get surgery. You're not getting surgery. We're going to move on. Now, to your point, he's got a legitimate case with the PA. Hey, like, this is my body. I don't have to get surgery because the team tells me. He's going to have a voice in this. But with the PA being in the current state that they're in, that might be on hold as well. So he's no longer a Raider. I'm not sure if he's going to get that money. I would imagine he's got a good, strong chance to appeal that, and we'll probably see some of that money based on the way this went down. But I think it's more of the latter stuff that Adam was referring to than the kisses on the forehead.
Okay, got it. Pete Carroll talked his shit a little bit last week. He was like, hey, I win, man. I don't know what to tell you. Just look it up. And Gino does too at this stage. I believe in the Raiders. And Max Crosby, I'm always going to believe that Max can be able to get the job done. Maybe this chapter, this era of the Raiders, takes them back to the Raiders. We shall see. Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, what about the Dolphins? Christian Wilkins' old team made me think about it. I'm watching some clips online, obviously, of their training camp. They got a little bit of a scuffle, I saw, so it's good to see some life out of the boys. What are your expectations of the Dolphins? We see this here on the screen, obviously, them getting a little bit of, this is nothing serious. But what do you think about this team? I feel like this could be a make-or-break year for multiple players and coaches on that staff.
Oh, I think that's how everyone sees this outside of that building. And what's interesting is Tyreek Hill in Week 18 had some crazy comments about how he doesn't want to be there anymore and he wants to be traded. And everyone was like, whoa. Well, then you have a whole offseason. He kind of talks it back. In Tua's first press conference, he's like, there's still wounds that are open here. Like, we're still trying to figure that out. And him saying that. And to me, you start off the training camp, 99% of these quarters be like, oh, we're good. We talked about it. That was last year. We're starting new. Tua was either very candid, very vulnerable, or maybe saying something that I would personally, if I'm a coach or a GM, like, let's not start off on that foot and say that we're still not 100% where we want to be. So an interesting way to start it, but Tua has been very vocal in press conferences the last couple of years, and there's been some real transitions. I think Terron Armstead being a starting left tackle and announcing, he's no longer there as recently as less than a month ago is a major, major deal. You're asking a team that is built on speed and is built on, getting a cushion in September and October before we get to those cold weather games that they get those wins. You're asking that team to pick it up right away with a lot of new people. But on the defensive side of the ball, Chubb, Phillips, two huge names that have not been available at the same time on the field. I think those are going to be enormous players in this thing. But I think you ask around the league, the Dolphins are the one team that people are like, you know what? I got my hands. I don't know. Is Tua great? I don't know. Is Tyreek Hill going to come back to what he used to be? I don't know. And is Mike McDaniel still going to be able to motivate these guys? Or has that ship sailed? I don't know. So one of the great variable teams as we enter this season, AJ. And 2 years ago, they put up 70 points against the Broncos. And we were like, they're reinventing the offense.
Yeah. And the Steelers said, we'll take both your Pro Bowlers. So that is a interesting dynamic for the Dolphins fans in the room. One of the Dolphins fans obviously played professionally, so he was able to pick up a couple other teams to become a fan of. And then post his playing career, just picked up another team to be a fan of as well. They just won a Super Bowl, which is a good play.
Yeah, why not?
Good play.
Another team.
And then he
not gonna let your shitty franchise control my emotions throughout the whole fall.
Especially if other teams have paid you to be a fan of them in the past. If you pick up a couple teams, you might as well pick up a few others, especially if they're going to win. Let's talk to a guy who's diehard with the Dolphins since he was a child. Schrager said around the league, their hands up. We have no idea what this team. Got the Colts first week, brother. Is this thing over before week 2 even gets started for you guys?
I like getting Minka back. I can't express how much I love that. Jack Jones, Mike Hilton, huge signings. I wasn't in, but I said on Friday, you give me 2 veteran cornerbacks, I'm back in. Before noon on Saturday. Look at us. Here we go, Fins.
Week 1, though, problematic.
I don't know. That turf, that corn husk, they can run fast on that corn husk now.
Yeah, he's going to be down there at Loud House, Lucas Oil Stadium, taking on the Indianapolis Colts, which we know nothing about either. We hope they're great.
Believe ours.
We are believe ours.
Amen.
We are believe ours. We saw a guy who looked incredibly handsome out at the ESPYs. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Shrakes, one of the big things a lot of people are talking about right now is Stafford and his health. Obviously, given your relationship with McVay, I'm sure you heard the comments, but for everyone who hasn't heard those comments, this is what McVay had to say about Stafford.
Okay.
Little update on Matthew. He's doing really well. We've got a good plan in place. We are going to still take some more time with him, though. Nothing that's changed in terms of the setback. I probably spoke a little bit too soon, but the ultimate goal is Houston and being mindful of that. So we'll take it a week at a time with him. So I did want to be able to, let you guys know about that based on sitting down with Reggie and with Matthew and talking with Dr. Watkins. Feel like that's the smart thing to do, a week at a time with him.
So, Schrags, I know you aren't flying coach with McVay anymore per se, but
great show.
Yeah, great show. Unbelievable. Would love to see that come back.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
What is the level of concern here with Stafford? Obviously, everyone knows how tough he is, but he is getting up there. Like, if you're McVay or if you're a Rams fan, what do you think the level of concern with Stafford's health is going forward?
I have to be careful here because I'm not there every day, but I don't think there is a great level of concern as far as Matthew being ready for week 1, ready to go. You know, they don't play preseason anyway, these starters on the Rams. That's always been McVay's mantra, and I think they're just being ultra cautious. Anything you have a back tightness or a back soreness, but the feeling I get speaking to people in that building, and it's not just Sean, it's others, is that Matthew's going to be ready for week 1, and all of their doctors and medical personnel are confident that he will be ready. And I'll tell you, this is a team that is built to win now, is a team that is thinking they can win now. They can take the whole thing. And their backup quarterback's Jimmy Garoppolo. So God forbid, and I'm knocking on wood here, if Jimmy Garoppolo can run an offense if they needed a week here, a week there, but there is no intention for Jimmy to be the starter to start the season.
D-But, sorry, Schrags. So you're an Emmy Award winner, a great host, everything you do.
The best.
Are we going to have a Jimmy talk?
Well, people should not be laughing during your statements. Would you like to?
No, when he said Jimmy, I just flashed back to Jimmy Devontae. And they're teammates in a different place now, but I just,
Yeah, there was a lot in that wide receiver show.
Yeah. Sure.
About how it was going over there. And then now Jimmy's playing.
But that's with McVay.
Schrags is too close to McVay. He's holding the cards too tight. He knows. That boy, Stetson, is going to race him.
Stetson Bennett, huh? Still there?
You know.
He's back. It's not still there. I mean, he's there and he's gone. He's back. He lives. Stetson Bennett lives his own damn life.
He does.
And we respect the shit out of him. But Matthew Stafford back by season is what everybody's saying. And we saw him at the ESPYs. Didn't feel like it was a...
No.
Zero panic. I understand in you look at a headline, you're like, oh, wow, but like zero panic there. And it doesn't move the needle as much as say he'll be fine, but he'll be fine.
Okay, Puka, I saw him at the ESPYs as well.
Yeah. Good vibes.
Great vibes.
He's a rock.
Hard as a rock.
That is unbelievable. He had a suit on that was tailored, obviously, and he looks like he's Batman with the cape on.
Yeah.
Like the way he is. He's a monster. Dap up, hug. I give him the Bill Polian slap. Bill Polian used to do this to people. First day back. Hey, how you doing? Come in for a hug. Great to see you. Guys, great to see you. And then it's full pat down just to feel how you're doing. Okay? And I didn't realize that until I came back really fat one time. And he was hitting all of them. Bang, in the back, and the other one. I'm like, oh, this guy's patting me down right now just to see if I'm in shape or not. It's actually not a bad play. Not a bad play. So with Puka, we do the hand slap, then I go in for the hug. As I do the hug, I realize, holy shit, this guy is gigantic. And then I hit him in his back, and it was literally like, slapping hands. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Puka is absolutely stacked. That team.
Oh, yeah.
Almost had Philly.
Yeah, almost.
Now, granted, almost. Aaron Donald retires. Who knows what this team's going to be? Have to start over, basically, with Matthew Stafford. Now, they move on from Cooper Kupp and everything like that, and that's going to be a storyline. Haven't heard anything about him back at Seattle.
No.
But maybe we will continue to hear as camp rolls on. But it was like, I don't think anybody was expecting the Rams to be what they were last year.
No.
Watching them do what they did, though, fun team to watch.
Oh, yeah.
And McVay's offense, especially if Stafford's spinning it, always going to be efficient.
Yeah, one of the games of the year was Bills-Rams. You remember that game where it was basically it was all points. I don't know. I don't think there were any punts. And then a guy that we all really loved coming out was Blake Corum. They didn't even use Blake Corum last year, too.
Running back dog.
Yeah, they're sneaky.
They won that game. They won that game on that Sunday. And then the very following week, I believe, was Sunday night, and the Eagles just absolutely trashed them at home. And it was like, all right, how do we rebound from this? And then they had a Lions game. And you look at what happens in the playoffs, and that is what is lingering with them. And McVay tasted it. He thought, one more possession, like one more play, like this could happen. They were so close. And they think they got significantly better this offseason. Well, they love the tight end out of Oregon. They love what they got out of Devontae Adams. So far, he's been unbelievable. And like, I hate to do this because it's so soon in training camp. We'd like to see training camp play out. But two big storylines for me are the Rams and whether they can get even better, And then the 49ers, if they can resurrect after what was a completely forgettable season last year, which they would like to put way back, and they, instead of saying, let's tear it down and try it again, they brought back Kittle, they brought Juszczyk back, they went and they signed Purdy. Like, these were the two teams in the NFC West for the last decade, and both of them think they're back and better than they've been. I'm fascinated to see how it plays out with those two teams, who one of them surprised some folks, the other one's really disappointed.
No chatter about the Niners at all.
No.
None. I don't think there's been any chatter at all. Nope. I don't think I've seen one Brock Purdy pass on the internet.
He just had a baby.
Congratulations, Brock.
Girl dad.
I haven't seen any.
I'm going to... Niner stuff?
Yeah.
I haven't seen a single thing.
It's probably good, though, given what we've seen the last couple of years.
Is it, as long as we don't hear Christian McCaffrey's name and Achilles next to each other?
Injuries. Yeah, but we're too early. I mean, that was
4 days before the
September
season.
1st. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
true.
Yeah, that was crazy. I'm excited to watch these teams be back as well. And congrats to the West Coast doing its thing. There's a team going all in, though, in the Steel City. We'll be there on Wednesday live from St. Vincent College. Come see us. Go ahead, D-Bud.
Yes, we will be boots on the ground in Latrobe. Cannot wait. Actually saw some comments from your old co-host, Kyle Brandt, when he sat down with Aaron Rodgers. Had a great answer on the Terry Bradshaw thing and also spending time with his teammates. What are you hearing early on with Aaron and his new squad and how things are going?
That it's going awesome, and that this is what they envisioned, and they were okay waiting months and months and months while the rest of us were getting impatient. They were not, and Mike Tomlin never pressured him. Mike Tomlin never told him we need an answer by here, now, or when. And when Rodgers was ready, he showed up, and he has been what they had hoped, a veteran presence who is lifting everyone and galvanizing everyone. I've taken a lot of heat already this summer. I've been at ESPN for about 3 months. And I've been leading this bandwagon of just watch out for the Steelers. They didn't do all these moves to finish 10-7 and miss, the divisional round again. They believe they're a Super Bowl contender. And Omar Khan said it on the record earlier last week. And you look at the moves they're making, and when you've got Rodgers for what they're looking at 42 years old, coming off 2 years off an Achilles, and then DK paying him what they're paying him, and then the Ramsey move, which I know you like Minka Fitzpatrick, but if you're going to pay a corner, that money, you're paying a corner that money. You're not paying a safety that money. It was almost like they saw this vision of Jaylen Ramsey bringing it the same way they see Rodgers bringing it, saying, hey, my career's not done. This door is not closed. I'm high on Pittsburgh. I'm curious to see what you guys think when you get there in Latrobe. But everyone I've spoken to in the organization is like, this is not a half measure. And as much as you on TV want to talk about the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Bills, we want to be in that conversation too, and we belong in that conversation.
Yeah, it's tough. The AFC North, obviously. That's going to be a tough kitchen to get out of. It is always hot. Aaron Rodgers is spinning it. Every video I see. Yeah. I assume Arthur Smith is jacked up. They released Cordero Patterson earlier today. I know Arthur Smith probably had to hate that. Obviously, the game hates that as a whole. Such a unique talent, Cordero Patterson. I remember when he was just a kickoff returner. Absolute beast. Then he goes wide receiver. Then he goes running back. Then he goes tight end. And I think they played him on defense a little bit, special teams. I mean, he was an absolute monster. I'm excited to watch the Pittsburgh Steelers live in person. We'll have Omar Khan with us on Wednesday in the 1 o'clock hour. And here is what training camp looks like outside of Latrobe. This is like a pilgrimage that every person in Western Pennsylvania feels obligated to take at least once in their life as a child or at least once as a family. This is for training camp. And, a lot of people talk shit about training camp practices and the intensity of it and everything like that. A lot of these people will never be able to get the opportunity to get Pittsburgh Steelers tickets because season ticket wait lists, I think, for the Pittsburgh Steelers like 30, 40 years or something like that. The ticket prices are insane, especially this year with how all the games are going to be. So you got a lot of people in Western Pennsylvania are like, let's go see these Steelers build the team that they're going to build. Plus you get some interactions. Plus you get a chance to see it all. It's a cool thing up there in St. Vincent.
Growing up, I used to head up with family. We go to Albany. We'd see Ike Hilliard and the Giants. Like that was a real thing. Like when you in August when you get a chance to get out there and you're going with family and friends, and whether it was the Jets in Cortland or at Hofstra or the Giants up in Albany, like it was a real cool experience as a kid. And I think some of these teams, the Steelers for sure, the Bills still do it, the Chiefs still do it. When you get out of the facility and you go to these college campuses, there is something special. I'm happy that Hard Knocks is covering the Bills this year because I truly think it's a really sensational thing that they do when they get into these campus in these small college environments. It's almost like real camp, and you come out of this thing galvanized, ready to go, of course. But for the fans who don't get the chance to go to a game on Sundays and who usually are relegated to dealing with it on their couch, it's awesome to see these players up close and up front. And I think Latrobe does a fantastic job with it.
Getting away, eliminating all distractions, I think is great. And we talked about Purdy just having a baby or whatever. I know a lot of guys that had a couple kids that didn't mind having to go to training camp. How long we here for? 17 days? All right. Off days too? Yeah, 19 in total. Oh, I think, okay, we're going to use those.
Can I make one more note, though, on the point you guys were making beforehand about the popularity of, like, stats and what JJ was saying? Again, I was playing with NFL Network, but we used to get, like, research from Brian Rolap, who is the head guy. He's now at the PGA.
Congrats to him.
And Rolap, and I would say, gosh, like, we're doing Good Morning Football 3 hours on August 2nd. Like, we're doing full shows. We're traveling everywhere. Like, do we want to save some of our efforts to the regular season or maybe spend some of that money and do it, around the playoffs? The NFL Network's highest rated month year after year after year was August. Not February, not January, not December, and August, because of the optimism, because of the excitement, because of the inside training camp footage you'd get, and because of fantasy football. So all those things, it all adds up to why we're so excited. To what Darius was saying, like, we're getting a stat and we should resist it. But when you see a sick catch or you see a sick player or an Odell Beckham style, like, it's hard not to get excited because we're so starved for it. August is the time where all 32 teams and their fan bases think that this might be the year. There's a chance this might be the year.
Hey, literally, every team thinks that at this point because there's been showcases in the past of teams, maybe brand new coach, brand new players, same players, new vibes, new year. You go from the absolute outhouse to a penthouse. Maybe the Panthers.
You never know.
Maybe the Panthers are the team that aren't fully shite this year. T-Mac making an insane catch. I don't know if you saw this in one-on-ones down the right side. Remember, this dude was like one of the top high school volleyball players coming out of high school. I think that helps with his ball tracking. What he did in Arizona was absurd. And yes, this was glue. This was glue coverage. And T-Mac's catch radius is absurd. And his ability to make contested catches is what everybody had been talking about with him.
Throw right there.
Perfect throw.
We talk about the red line all the time in practice, and if you throw that clip back up, quarterbacks want that route receiver to stay on that red line so they can throw him outside and make him open. Because like AJ said, great coverage, but once you throw outside and you got a big frame guy like that, DB really has no chance outside of taking him to the ground and try to punch it out that way.
What if the Panthers aren't shy? That could be cool. Be good for the entire city down there, but definitely Tepper, who has certainly put himself into a lot of jackpots. On that note, Tone has a question for you.
Yeah, Schrager, I do. You talked about the Rams and the Niners being the biggest storylines that you're looking forward to. Have you heard anything or talked to anybody yet that's kind of surprised you or interested you about a player or a team early on in training camp?
Yeah, I mean, there's two players, and one of them is close to me. One of them's close to someone in that room right there that we could talk about. One is Malik Neighbors is absolutely tearing up Giants camp, and Russell Wilson's been the one who's been throwing him the rock for a lot of these. Apparently, Neighbors looks like he's way better than even last year, dialed in, and every single day has just been unguardable. The other quarterback and the other player that I think someone in that room is going to be happy to hear, I hear Drake Maye is absolutely wonderful so far also. Again, it's early. These might not be surprises, but when you get year 2 leaps, it means they spent the offseason working. And this is to Pop Douglas here. I'm telling you, the juice out of Patriots camp right now about Drake Maye is very real. And they'll bring it down because it's back to that old school style. It's Vrabel, it's McDaniels, it's a lot of those guys. And they're not going to pump up their quarterback. But Drake Maye came ready to play. Drake Maye came ready to work. And I would just say don't be shocked if we see a year 2 giant leap from Drake Maye.
They're favored in 11 games?
11 games, yeah.
I mean, the sports books think that they're going to be good too. And Vrabel just wins.
Yeah.
That's why whenever he was released or fired from the Titans, we were all surprised. Him going back to New England, storybook shit up there.
Really is. Like, actually, genuinely is. He goes into the Ring of Honor, and he's one of the most beloved Patriots of all time. When you talk about, the history of the Patriots and where they were and what has happened these last 5 years, when you think about what they were, Mike Vrabel is one of the first 5 guys that pops into your head.
Look at those calves, AJ. That guy's still working.
It's a sneaky himbo stat this morning, too.
What was that? Yeah.
Defensive player with the most touchdowns.
Receiving touchdowns.
Yeah, I thought
because the fridge, I think, had a few there. For a while.
Fridge.
So this
JJ.
was most receiving touchdowns. Ma's got it right.
That'll probably get broken this year, though, because allegedly Bubby Spillane's he's not coming off the field.
Well, Travis Hunter.
Yeah, exactly.
Would be the person.
Yeah. So it's going to be Travis Hunter and Bob Spillane kind of.
Bo Melton.
Okay. Yeah, maybe Bo Melton. Let's talk about Travis Hunter. How many practice reps did he have there? 70 something. Yeah, there we go. 83 snaps, 36 on offense, 47 on defense. And then there's the highlight of him just smoothly breaking, just so naturally explosive, and his spatial awareness insane. Was able to get around the potential screen there to break it up, and then obviously celebrates. Looks very easy, effortless with everything he does. Liam Cohen, obviously, he's been brought in there to make this offense go, and Trevor Lawrence do his thing. Stoner, after drafting Travis Hunter and trading up at 2 to get him, cut a promo that was like, this is what football is. Football is testing the boundaries. Football is not getting boxed in. Football is about changing the game forever. Football is about Travis Hunter. Like, he gave this entire speech basically about, hey, we are here, we are real, and the reason is because of this guy. Now you got people on the defensive side of the ball that are NFL legends that are like, hey, this guy is a corner, no questions asked. Then you got other people that are like, can we put a package in for him on offense full time? I think there's people that certainly believe that. Travis Hunter, obviously, is a name that is going to be synonymous with electricity forever. How does Jacksonville view him at this moment? And I think we all love that he's getting work on both sides here.
Yes.
They're seemingly giving him a real chance at this.
Yeah, they're giving him a real chance, and it hasn't been done. I mean, we saw Champ Bailey do it a little bit. We saw Charles Woodson do it a little bit. Of course, Deion a little bit. Roy Green, 1981 St. Louis Cardinals, I believe, was the last wide receiver defensive back to play really that many significant snaps on both sides. They look at this guy as a number 2 overall pick that they traded next year's number 1 to move up to get, because they think he's a franchise changer. And for Gladstone, who's 34 years old, and for Liam, who's 39 years old, and for Grant Udinsky, the offensive coordinator, who's 28 years old, this is a young group who just got the keys to the castle, and they're like, hell, why not? Why not? Let's try it. Travis Hunter's been awesome. They love what they've gotten out of him. Question is, the 18-week season, how are they going to be able to manage his snaps and not burn him out too soon? But in August, everything is sky is the limit, and they're talking as if this guy was worth everything they gave up to get him.
I think we got to be very thankful that his college coach believed in him to play both positions as well. Most places would have said, buddy, you're too good of a lockdown. You're too good of a wide receiver. You can only do one. Coach Prime had a plan for him literally since high school, and it feels like it's going to work out. On that note, there was some breaking news from a press conference this hour. Deion Sanders and a medical team from the University of Colorado came out and revealed information that he had a cancerous tumor on his bladder. They've had surgery, and he said he is now cancer-free, but obviously he released a video yesterday kind of talking a little bit about his situation, where he said he had to put a will together. He also came out and said that he did not tell his boys about this diagnosis, just said it was something with his foot, which he has already had surgery on and had blood clots. So we would like to let Coach Prime know that we appreciate the hell out of him leaving his stuff out of his boys' life. That is a very admirable and heroic thing to do, especially in such an important time of their life, while battling his inner demons and also our inner cancer and inner problems. And we would like to let him know, hey, hell yeah, Prime. Way to beat that shit.
Yeah. Prime. Need you, Coach.
Way to be, yeah. Hell yeah, we need him. That was very serious, though.
Yeah.
That's very serious. And obviously the bladder, anytime any of your internal organs catch it, cancer is something that can grow and spread. He said if you didn't get it checked, it would have never been this situation. Got it early, fined, obviously had surgery. He's going to be back. We're, congrats, Coach. We love you, man.
Important to get those, those checkups, especially as men.
That's what he also said at the end of that message. Everybody go get checked. So he has the platform, and not only does he share his story, but he encourages everyone to go get checked, which is, gosh, what a message. But
I was watching him down there in Texas all off season, and it didn't feel, it felt different, right? Didn't it feel like there was a little bit of different, but we didn't really know what was going on. Like, obviously his kids are gone from Colorado, so is he done with Colorado, or what's going on here? Everything was kind of quiet. Didn't hear a lot of chatter about it all. They go through their spring. He's kind of away, still away. So to hear this diagnosis and to hear that he beat it, hell yeah, Coach Prime. What a perspective putter, What a perspective putter for all of us, just thinking about Coach Prime, who seems invincible, AJ, and then his foot happens, his blood clot happens. You're talking about greatest athlete, Mount Rushmore of all time, having this take place. It's a nice learning lesson for all of us, AJ.
Yeah, it is. Hey, I had a hamster growing up named Dion. Dion played for the Cincinnati Reds, my baseball team. Like, I've been on Dion from when I can remember, like, being on this earth. So, yeah, like, the guy is, and especially now you hear, like, the dude truly is a positive influence on everyone around him. It's pretty awesome what he's done.
Well, if you look good, you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
You feel good, you play good. You play good, they pay good. They pay good, you live good. You live good, you die good. That's all we're trying to do out here.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Prime, we're happy you're still with us, brother. And way to beat that ass of the bladder cancer. That's scary. That'd be a scary diagnosis.
Oh, yeah.
That's a scary thing. Even like, I don't want to say even because it's very serious. People get like skin cancer diagnosed. Anytime you hear the C, it's like, all right, we got to fight here. Bladder, scary. Happy he is okay. All right, on that note, Happy was a big name around the internet this weekend. Connor has a question for you, Peter.
Yeah, Peter, I could kind of tell when you first popped onto the screen, you had a little pep in your step, you're a little happier. I assume it is because, the Sandman did it again. Newest Best Picture nominee, Happy Gilmore 2, was released this weekend. All the boys were in it. I mean, Kels, the golfers, Willie, Marshall was in there. What did you think of Happy Gilmore 2? Did you also think it was a home run just like everybody here at the Thunderdome did? And, I just also like to take this time to say thank you to Adam Sandler for continuing to fill our lives with unbelievable movies.
That's right, Adam. Hey, Sandman, thank you for the content.
Love you, Sandman. What you think, Trakes?
Have not seen it.
Oh, Trey, you son of a bitch.
Was watching the 2-part Billy Joel documentary that has me up
I've heard
and down.
that's great.
It's really good.
Unbelievable, guys. I mean, I'm talking about, you want to talk about for 6 hours of your life to just be glued to the television, the ups, the downs. He's got 4 ex-wives, actually 3 ex-wives and a current wife, all on camera talking about him and doing so in a loving way. I'm like, this man has lived a life, 76 years old. So, the Sandman. Pat, let me tell you about this, about Billy Joel. Before we get to Happy Gilmore, we won't even get to it because I didn't see it. Billy Joel.
You should have seen it.
Billy Joel, okay, one of the great songwriters of all time, musicians, whatever. His wife was his manager. They get divorced. His wife is no longer his manager. Who does he hire? He hires his ex-wife's brother to be his manager moving forward. Has about 10 #1 hits. He's touring the world. He's married to Christy Brinkley. Life could not go better. He looks at his bank account. He has $0. Why? Because Frank Weber, his ex-wife's brother, who was his manager, stole it all from underneath him. And then he has to come back. So he goes on a 10-year tour of traveling to Indonesia and to Russia just to make the money back. And then he comes out with We Didn't Start the Fire. It's the #1 hit in the world, and he takes it all back, and he makes all the money back.
Yeah! Some would say kind of a weird thing to hire your ex-wife's brother-in-law to do something so important and have access to all of your money.
He may have been boozed up at the time. He was a pretty legendary booze hound.
Yeah? Well, hey, just living, too.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that he had to build himself twice. A lot of talent there. He's Piano Man, right?
Yeah.
What a song.
Down Eastern Alexa.
Came on this weekend.
Always hits.
Davey.
Yep.
Still the Davey. Mm-hmm. And it probably will be for life. What a banger.
Oh, yeah.
Think about him performing that live in Indonesia. They're all doing it. I saw Ye over in Korea.
Carpetbagger. He's going to Russia in 10 days. He needs the money. He's got a bit. I mean, he has no money left. He had 20 #1 hits, had no money, goes on the road and wins it and makes it all back. So Troy Aikman was posting about it from Instagram. I'm texting Troy. Troy and I both are like just locked in.
All right,
you gotta watch this movie.
I like that you're texting Troy Aikman. Pretty cool there. That's awesome, especially Hall of Fame week. That is a beautiful thing. I don't have to watch a 6-hour documentary. I got it.
Ruined it. Yeah. Thanks, Trey.
Yeah. Ex-wife's brother-in-law stole his money. Ex-wife has to speak positive because guess what?
Yeah.
She's part of the thing. So, Billy Joel, proud of you, buddy.
Yep. Love you, Bill.
Way to go, Bill. Just like we love you, Schrags. We'll talk to you soon, man. Are you working this week or are you hosted for a few days?
I'll be on. I'm not hosting anything. I'm hosting all next week. Get Up. So I can't wait for that. That'll be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
We're off.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we've used we're using all of our days. And I don't love
Get it in now. Get it in now.
These last 4 days have been awesome.
I was going to say, I don't think you hate it. You might not love
I've
it,
really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed hanging with baby girl. Because football season's crazy. Not that our job's a real job, okay? Never would say that. But the timing that is, away and on the run. Lucky to do it. Thankful to do it. Get to do it. Don't have to do it. But boy, getting a chance to hang with a little baby girl there.
Yeah.
You only get 18 summers, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
She's already 2.
Right.
We're kind of going through this entire thing.
Yeah. And think about what it's like on January 25th. Go to there mentally.
So I get tweets from people that follow the show, and they say we've changed. We have. I'm a dad now. We all have kids. But with that being said, just know that football season, we got an awesome lineup coming.
Yeah.
Football season, and we got an awesome. And these are all these days we're taking off are all days that we've just basically had forever.
I see these tweets that he'll be like, oh, only 9 Sundays left till football, and I get the Sunday scaries because I appreciate the off season too, my friend. And we work, we grind when the season starts, but appreciate every day with the family in the off season. I do as well.
Yeah, we've been loving it. We've been loving it over here.
Having your Saturday and Sunday.
Oh,
it is nice.
It is very nice.
It's very nice.
Also, what's on TV tonight? Who cares?
Yeah, bingo.
It does not matter.
The best.
Billy Joel 6-hour documentary. Don't got to see it. Let me tell you what happens, baby. Schrager, you're the man. We appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen. Peter Schrager.
Yeah,
shout out to SeatGeek, today's sponsor, the best ticket buying platform on planet Earth and the moon. Over 30 million downloads. SeatGeek is still the #1 rated ticketing app. AJ, you know why?
Why is that? Tell me.
Because SeatGeek looks out for you. They don't just sell you tickets, they sell you memories, they sell you stories. And what they're selling you ain't a catfish, brother. No. And also on the ticket buying platform, whether you're a return customer or a brand new user, you can use promo code PAT, P-A-T, and get $30 off all tickets. Now, obviously, the MLB's happening. Get out and see a game.
Yeah, go see a game.
What's going on in the MLB? There's some magical stories happening, actually. Congrats to CC Sabathia and the boys, first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, it was
happy for him. It feels like baseball is in the middle of a great time. A lot of positive shit going on with the MLB. Go see a game, $30 off PAT with our friends at SeatGeek. But congrats to baseball.
Yeah, without a doubt, CC going in was really sweet, especially as a Yankee fan. His speech was awesome, thanking his mom and his daughters and his wife, et cetera, et cetera. He's one of the last guys. I know Hembo put out a stat about. I mean, he's one of the last true workhorses. They don't let pitchers really throw the amount of innings like he does. Or he did, I should say. 2008, he got traded to the Brewers midway point. It was like a walk year. It was a contract year. He was definitely not going to stay with the Brewers, but he played with them for half a season, started 17 games. He threw 7 complete games in those 17 games, and these are his last 3 starts. He basically put the Brewers on his back to get him into the playoffs. Look at the amount of pitches he's throwing there and the amount of innings. That kind of stuff doesn't happen anymore, all on 3 days rest, too. CC was just... He was a GOAT. And the other big story right now, Cal Raleigh has kind of the big dumper has continued to dump on people, if you will. You look at all of the historically what he's doing as a catcher. The record for most homers in a year for a catcher is 48. He could just be terrible for the rest of the season, and he should eclipse that. As of right now, he is on pace to pass Aaron Judge's 62 homers, which would be the AL record. I don't know what year.
Who's that? It's Johnny Bench, catcher?
Yeah, Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench is probably one of AJ's GOATs.
No, but Jason Kendall.
Absolutely.
What age don't count, Jason Kendall?
Nobody can touch Johnny Bench. Well, Benito Santiago, he was a very good catcher.
Jason fucking Kendall can catch any catcher that
he's really good. He was great as well.
If we're talking defensive metrics, pop time, et cetera, throwing guys out at second base, Jason Kendall is going to be right.
Okay, pop time.
Yeah, exactly.
Benito did it from his knees. Benito invented throwing people out from your knees, so let's slow down
that is
on that.
true. Benito Santiago also a big snap back behind, throwing it to first base from. Yeah, exactly.
One of these.
Picking guys off. Cal Raleigh, though, has had his July has been terrible. He's bat 176. He's still hitting the homers, but even with that, he's still on pace to break the AL home run record. And yes, he did pass Judge in the American League MVP odds. Judge has a flexor strain in his elbow. They thought he might have had a full UCL tear, which would have been Tommy John. He would have been screwed. So he's going to be on the 10-day IL. He said, hey, listen, if I can hit, I still want to be out there. But obviously, if he's out, the Yankees are fucked. So
congrats to baseball still being awesome. We appreciate the hell out of them. We will certainly continue to follow along with the season. Congrats to the fattest ass in sports, Cal Raleigh, continuing to do historic things. Golf happened. Bubba Watson, obviously.
Go.
Dude drives off the deck on 10 and 13. He comes in second. What's that, buddy?
Kirk Kitayama won the PGA, the 3M Open on the PGA Tour.
Okay, I know that guy exists for
Shot
sure.
a 60 on Saturday.
Love the way he golfs. I met a guy that shot a 60 twice, named Stick. Okay.
Okay.
Friends with Morgan. This guy's unbelievable golfer. Probably the best golfer I've ever golfed with. Will that change as the Liv comes here to Indianapolis in a few weeks? Maybe. Shout out to Liv, shout out to PGA, shout out to baseball, shout out to football, being all the way back. We can't thank you enough for allowing us to do this for a living. We'll be back tomorrow if you'll have us. Wednesday, we'll be in St. Vincent College and then the Hall of Fame. We'll be back tomorrow. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice might change their life. Goodbye. All right, we nailed it. I want to call it St. Vincent University. It's St. Vincent College.
Yeah.
Really?
And I guess Tone's dad was in town this weekend.
He was.
Just so many hard lay tropes.
Yeah, he's
Dahn out
hard lay
just late trope all week. Unironically, it's just who he is, how he talks.
You guys got any good early Latrobe memories? The bus picked you up.
You ever heard of the
Rod
banana
Woodson.
split?
So I thought I saw a photo of me as a little boy. I had white hair. My brother had white hair. And I think my dad took us up there. And I think KG. Kevin
Green?
I think so. Yeah, I think Kevin Green was very affable with all the fans and going around with them. I asked my mom to look for the photo, couldn't find it. But I do remember, in my head, I remember being there. And I think the big thing is Steelers have always had just like, I don't want to say local legends because obviously they're in the NFL now, so the entire country knows them. But like Steelers players are revered by Pittsburgh people in such high, all the time, like all of the players.
Forever.
So there's been so many legends of the Steelers, and it's like training camp was the only time that you could really get up and like see them and meet them and take pictures. Now, obviously, with social media and podcasts and everything you see, there's so much more access to people. But if Fedco wasn't talking to them,
Sure.
okay, I ain't know shit about it. So like the things that were coming out of training camp and the pictures and people, it's like, it's cool. It's one of those things that's like very much a pillar of Western Pennsylvania is the Pittsburgh Steelers training camp. And I assume there's other places that are like that as well. Obviously, the Packers have great history with the bikes and everything like that. And you talk about the old school teams, which the Pittsburgh Steelers definitely are, but it is very much like hey, this is a part of our fabric, the training camp as a whole. And I think people appreciate it because Pittsburgh is a working town, and training camp is literally work. So it's like it's really just like a perfect collision of everything that is the city, which is why it's going to be so cool to be able to go there. I guess there's a little bit of a buzz of us going there, but even if we weren't going, there would be a fucking buzz because it's training.
They're saying it's the most. Sorry, go ahead.
No, those are insane. But I feel like Pittsburgh probably has the most like players who used to play there who then stay and live in Pitt, like
College.
raise their families. Yeah, like a college.
It's like a college team. And training camp is just like always at the same place. I remember Casey fucking Hampton walking into these St. Vincent College dorms with a pillow and a bed, and they're like, "How you doing this year, Casey?" He's like, "I gotta lose weight for probably the next 2 weeks." But it was like the same. It was the same exact dorm, same exact. It's like just it's just tradition. It is like a college. Like the Pittsburgh Steelers are run like a university because there's so much, kind of stay with the entire franchise.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how it is for every other program, but I saw like last week Kiesel was there, Troy Palma was there, Ike Taylor was there, Joey Porter Sr. was there. Casey, they all roll through every training camp, and I don't know if how rare or
that is not like that is not normal. I don't think other teams definitely have people that stop by, but the Steelers, it seems like every year they have tons of their old legends coming back.
The blitzes.
Go ahead. Yeah, Tom, I was about to say. Go ahead.
The blitzes, they keep the names, right? Isn't that the
Yeah,
thing?
Tom Dog Blitz. There's a couple other blitzes that they keep the same. So when the boys come back, they can actually just go stand in 7-on-7 and understand what's happening. Like those are the finer details that hey, let's make this a real.
It's awesome. Imagine being a player. Imagine being, no matter what, if you're a rookie, young kid, or even a vet on the team, having these dudes that you grew up watching. And they're like relate. Hey man, when you're about to blitz on that one, they know what you're running. Hey, don't show it. I saw you peeking up. You got the weight in the front of your feet. You're leaning a little bit. The quarterback. So imagine getting tips like that in a training camp practice. Like, okay, thanks, Troy Polamalu.
He was there.
Feels good.
Yep. I guess Troy's boys were ball boying, which is like so much a part of that is. It's just even more feeds it all.
Wow.
But him just hanging out back there. I mean, he's forgotten more about football than all those fucks.
Yeah.
So good.
On every field. And it's like, hey, can you get Jesus to tell me what's going to happen? Because it feels like that was kind of your thing. I think Troy could probably go out. I think he could probably make Pro Bowl this year if he wanted to. Just because he would know exactly. How do you always know, AJ?
Dime backer.
How do you always know? He always knew.
His instincts were, I mean,
film
top tier. Yeah, film for sure. But I feel like his feel for the game. Sometimes you could like him, Ed Reed, Charles Woodson, Honey Badger. Like some of those guys just had a different feel for the game. Like almost like the football gods are on their side. Like the ball finds a way to find them all the time. They always have an instinct of something like you talk about that fake, the fake kick. Like it's just something off that he may have felt that he saw, man. But those guys were special, and Troy was one of one for sure.
I saw him jogging on the field with a little bit more pizzazz.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Legit.
Yeah.
I gave it away? No way.
I mean,
this is me?
Probably Vinny.
Got a little pep in your step. He could
I was
tell.
about to score a touchdown in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I was probably pretty jacked up.
Grinning ear to ear. Troy sees you.
We're doing it. I did not do that.
Doing high knees before you get in there.
Just practicing with
Were you gonna run it in?
Yeah, walk it in. Actually, the way it was.
Well, what if he would have like messed with you even more and he let you keep it on because he knew he's like, I am going to kill this guy.
Ear hole. Because the way that was supposed to be set up, you've seen it. The fake has been run so many times. Literally, the holder just gets up and can just kind of walk right in. Because they overload on one side. All you need is your guard to pull, standard stuff, and it should just be, you should be able to get a freight train through there. There should be no problem. If you can get up, that is all we need you to do here. Catch the ball, get up, and walk to paint. That is literally what it was. Congratulations. You're scoring a touchdown. Thank God. This is what I got to dance too. I'm going to do my shit when I get in there. In Pittsburgh? Were you
going to dump the ball out? Were you going to poop the ball out?
No, I was going to dunk it. Okay, first of all, definitely going to do that. Okay, Vinny, got to kick a 45-yard extra point. And then I was probably going to do the disappearing act, with the handkerchief.
Yeah, magic.
Oh, yeah, your magic.
Damn, that would have been a good give.
Oh, my God. It would have been a full Key and Peele skit. We're dunking that thing. Don't touch me.
Yeah.
Make that shit disappear. Ref throws the flag. I picked that fucker up, obviously. Start putting that thing in.
Did you have it on you?
Yeah.
What was the
did?
score?
I had shit on me.
Yep.
Yeah, like Oakland. We played Oakland Christmas Eve. We were supposed to call a fake. I got tackled by Darren. I think Darren Bates, killed me. I was supposed to score a touchdown there. I had the fucking thumb. I had the handkerchief in my hand thing. I was ready. I was pulling that fucker out. We're doing it. I was prepared. Be prepared.
So awesome.
Be prepared when you get in there. Yeah, $100,000 fine. Fucking Vinny, you're gonna have to kick a 50-yard extra point. Okay? I don't know. Act like you've been there before. I haven't, and I never will again after this.
Christmas Eve too.
Oh
yeah. Black hole.
Instead, they ruled a fumble, even though I was Dahn for sure. And fucking 6 guys on top of me. Fucking Jesus. This is not how this was supposed to go. Guy had to pull. It was supposed to be on one side, because guard was going to pull. It was supposed to be on one hash. I forget, maybe the right hash. Inside red zone. We're on left hash at like 35. Fuck it, need to run it. It's like, well, the guard pulling now is a D lineman, not an offensive guard. This guy's never pulled before. I call the play. He goes, this ain't what we're doing. I hit a guy with a fucking spin move. You see this? You ever seen this?
I don't know if I'm sure I have, but I can't think of it.
Right in the middle. I thought I had him. Boom. I hit him with one of those. I thought I had him spin. Dislocated kneecap too. Nobody's talking about it. But boom, hit him with a spin.
Nobody.
He hits my one leg into my other leg. I get a bruise on this leg. From this fucking knee. This knee hits this leg.
I just had a flashback visual.
Oh, violent sport. Your one knee gives your other knee the bruise.
Boom, turn, bang, pow, down, hit ground, ball comes out. Holy shit. Scrum on top of me. I was down. I think it was Hockey League. I'm telling him, I was fucking down. Because it doesn't matter, dude. It's 4th down.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Good point.
Well, it goes on the goddamn.
I won't lose a fumble.
It's on the thing.
Yeah.
If I was down, I would look at it, watch.
That's a vibey game.
Yeah, one knee.
Got knocked out that game. Derek Carr, MVP season was ended that game.
Yeah, sure.
He was
legit.
dude. You
He
don't.
was-
You were not.
I
cooking.
do
You don't
remember.
know, brother. You weren't.
Well, no, I do remember, but it's always fun going back. Derek Carr almost won the MVP.
Dude, that was December 24th. I mean, that was late in the season.
Yeah.
He was still.
And then they lost to like Tom Savage and the Texans.
Well, it's because his knee was twisted off like a chicken wing. It was nasty.
I remember.
He was
filthy.
I bet he looks back.
Yeah, his career was kind of never the same after that.
How could it be? Literally, with what happened, I don't know. That was crazy. I saw a video of that old stadium. Candlestick? No, that's San Francisco. What's the one at
Coliseum?
Coliseum.
Yeah, Coliseum.
Played in both of those. Got to play in Candlestick last year and in Coliseum last year. I mean, they're obviously dated and shitty, but it's nice to know that, like, that's folklore. Like the Candlestick one.
Nostalgia.
So much. You come out of a movie. It's like you're in NFL films, like Steve Sable was voicing it over. There was people sitting sideways. You remember that at Candlestick? Like they're sitting this way and the field is this way because it was the whole. And you like walk in the thing.
That was
underneath.
awesome.
It was.
That environment. That was Lambeau, kind of the same feeling like you feel
In
like
a
you're in a movie. Oakland, even Oakland, you know, they weren't. I mean, they were good that year, but like seeing the black hole and the fans there with all the shit on, and I went there. My best friend played there for a while, so I went there for a game as a fan. It was, I think they were playing the Chargers, and boy, that environment, that was some real shit, boy.
Raiders fans always brought it.
Yes.
They always brought.
Regardless
there it
of
is.
record.
Yep. Here's the play. Here's the play. Here's the play. Oh. Yeah, we're on the left hash. We're supposed to be on the right. Guy pulls, falls. Oh, I got it. Spin move, bang. Down. I was down too. You clearly saw it. Clearly
Good
saw
move. It's good tackle. I mean, good move, and to his credit, good tackle.
Thank you. Yeah, he read it. He was not supposed to be there. He knows that.
Can you run it back? I thought you had it, honestly.
No, gain of 0. Yeah, I looked over. I was staring right at the. He'll get up. Yeah. Read him.
It's a good move. Okay. You hot sauce. Man, good tackle.
Down. I was down. I was down. Clearly down.
Let's see.
Down.
Okay.
Down.
Your forearm was down.
Gain of 0. Cool. I was down. No questions asked. I remember it happening clear. I thought I had him. One knee.
You almost did.
Almost did. Yeah, you almost stayed up.
Could you imagine there?
Still go.
In that, there's a hand warmer. I got a hand warmer on it.
And then everybody's on top of you. Your elbow to fold it underneath your body. Probably like.
And Hockley's talking shit. I mean, it was a whole situation, bro.
It's not a big deal. Not that big of a deal, bro. If it's a fumble or not, you're like, yes, it is to me.
Yeah.
To me, it's on my record.
I get it. Yeah.
Imagine my head. I thought I was going to hit him with a fucking. First of all, not supposed to be there.
For sure.
Okay, fucking no problem. Me and you, brother. Fucking NFL linebacker.
Did you hit him with like a see ya?
Circle.
Yeah, circle.
Better luck next time.
He didn't all fall for it, and he was dancing while the people were.
Yeah.
Easiest tackle.
Don't fight for it. Well, those days are behind you now. Learning moment now for kickers, punters. Like, doesn't matter who recovers this. Sorry, ball.
Fourth down, bro. Yeah. And you look down and you see the change, and you see you gained 0 yards. Jesus, that's tough stuff.
I
was in a ball pile, had my hand on the ball. Kickoff against Dallas. Guy brings it out. Fumbles somewhere in 20, 30, maybe, in between 20 and 30. I'm late to the pile. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. Get a chance to get, I'm late to the pile. I start working my arm in. I get to ball.
Got it.
I have right hand on ball.
Football?
Huh?
Football?
No, Christian Wilkins.
Good question.
What's everybody talking about?
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, I have hand.
People always say there's stuff going on under there.
I know, yeah. I was on the outside. I was on the outside.
Okay.
I was on the fringes out here. Hand in, though. Get to ball. Okay? No control over it or anything like that. But I'm like,
hold on.
Is this where I think I beat the game here? And then all of a sudden that shit gets very quickly, and then I'm trapped under there again, and then it's a whole scene. But yeah.
Bad decision.
Yeah.
It's no worse feeling than fumbling.
Oh.
Like when that ball, especially you get a pick, you return it back. Think you beat. Oh, shit.
Go down!
First down. Team
the big guys, D linemen get their hands on that ball, and then they run 15, 20 yards, and then that ball just gets punched up.
Wide receiver.
Chargers, Falcons.
First down then, bud.
Yeah. What happened this year where I think it was the Falcons. They either got a pick or a fumble, and the D lineman's returning the ball.
Oh, I'm going to score a touchdown.
Yeah, someone from the Chargers punches it out. They recover first down again.
Blindsided. Always blindsided. Oh, speaking of.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
You talking about handkerchief and blindsided and pulling defensive linemen. Did you see that bull rip that guy's face open?
And on that note, we'll be back tomorrow.
Did you see it?
I did not see this.
Yeah, this is what our algorithm's been doing.
I reposted.
You reposted it?
Whoa! I hadn't seen his face.
All right, come on. You're part of the problem.
Somebody tweeted. I know somebody tweeted like, "Hey, this is like a D lineman in a trap block," thing, and it was so accurate. I just reposted, laughing face, and then some of the comments. This guy's face is hanging.
You should
unrepost.
it.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, that's what people are saying to you.
Post has been deleted.
You send it to me, D-Butt?
I got you.
We need our algorithms not to do this stuff.
Yeah, it was violent.
He jumped in there.
I do want to run with the Bulls at some point. That looked pretty sick. Did you see that?
Did you see Troy Polamalu come in and help him?
Yeah, I think Road Rules did it.
Yeah, I believe they did.
I did not see Troy Polamalu.
Yeah, so after his face gets ripped off, a guy wearing Troy Polamalu jersey comes in and carries.
Fucking Polamalu,
Nice guy.
of course, going to save the day.
I saw a Polamalu jersey at the Yankees-Phillies game over the weekend, too.
I don't think you did. You saw a Phillies
Phillies?
couple. I think you saw a Phillies couple. We all did. They're having a good time out there. Now, I did see something in Ohio. Did you see?
In Ohio?
Yeah. What I want to say is thank God for fucking Kennywood. Okay?
Oh, boy.
Thank God for Kennywood.
This can't be good.
Could you imagine being a child in Ohio, more specifically Sandusky, Ohio?
What?
You roll over there to Cedar Point, you go on the Siren's Curse Coaster because you're a kid and you're finally tall enough to ride. And what happens? Oh, you're stuck. Left to die. Now you're going to walk down the entire thing.
No way.
Tiny's there's like an 11-year-old walking down these steps. Now, granted, they had to sit there for like 15 minutes or whatever first, and there's somebody that's like strapped up to it completely up there, and I assume they're saying, hey, you're in a much safer position than I am. Everything's going to be okay. What we need you to do is get up.
Oh, my goodness.
Get to this tiny little set of stairs over here, and everybody needs to keep calm. And you walk down 200 feet.
There's no way.
Be wary of the wind. It's a bit gusty up here.
Have you seen how this roller coaster
that's
works?
right, that tips over,
when
right?
it actually works?
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
It gets to the top of this hill, okay, and then there's no track.
The whole
and then
thing
it
tips.
tilts down 90 degrees and connects to a track, and then it goes.
And it got stuck right before connection?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so it's basically hanging up over nothing.
Yeah, there's another video that I just sent to Zeke that shows it.
I will say this. Shout out to Cedar Point. You have been a fantastic amusement park over the years. We appreciate you obviously trying to upgrade your rides, but there's only one amusement park, okay, in this great country that doesn't start with Disney, and that's fucking Kenny's Wood. Kennywood. Never see this again.
That track tilts 90 degrees down and connects to another track.
Insane.
Okay, so there's nothing below you right now.
This is the start?
No, this is where they got stuck.
But yeah, that's where they climb up to, and then where they're sitting right there, levers down 90 degrees and connects to another track.
I have been somebody that's been to Cedar Point before. Great place. Great place.
It's awesome.
Charge it to the game, too. This is a part of doing the roller coaster thing. But boy, when I saw this weekend, I thought to myself, could you imagine being a 12-year-old on this? You'd be ruined forever.
Never go to an amusement park
Never again.
Yeah.
That's why I thank Kennywood and Steel Curtain for always showing up for me.
Hell yeah.
And the potato patch doing its thing. Fucking great delivery. And a Thunderbird and a Racers.
Yeah.
I mean, you can put the fucking swings on that thing, what Kennywood does.
Are we going
Magic
before
carpet?
Trope?
Yeah, Thunderbolt, you get it?
It's like an hour away, so probably not.
I don't think we're going to Kennywood on Wednesday.
Oh, man. That's interesting.
I got to go to the bathroom. We'll be back tomorrow. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change your life. We're in this thing together. Hope you all having as great of a summer as we are. We're trying to enjoy it. We hope you are too. We'll see you tomorrow. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change your life. We're in this thing together. Team on me, team on three. 1, 2, 3, team. Goodbye.